about to be.
We're live. It says it
We're
right
live.
there. We're live.
Welcome.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa. Wow, this is actually kind of cool. I can't wait to look back at this and be like, I was live on YouTube, son.
This is fun. But yeah, anyway, we're here bringing you hottest gaming news.
The hottest
Gaming news and discussion.
With the hottest newscasters.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Oh, my Lord. Okay, so before we get into any of that, though, we're going to bring you the weather and the rest of the day, starting with the weather.
Right.
So today in Conway, we've got 52 degrees. Let me just refresh this.
Can I just say thank goodness that it's at least a decent temperature outside. I will be okay and content with 52 after the cold that I've been dealing with in Texas.
It got pretty cold while you were gone, too. Like, we were in, 30 degrees.
Yeah, that's about what we were in Texas, too. So, it was freezing out there.
Apparently, it was negative degrees in Oklahoma. So
really?
Ooh, good thing I don't live there.
Same.
It's 52 degrees here today, though, with 11 degrees Celsius. Humidity 100% because it is misting right now.
Yeah, I woke up this morning. I stepped outside the door and I was like, ugh, it's wet.
Yeah.
It's just not stopping.
It really
The
isn't.
sky is crying.
Although
it has
I'm
no
okay
mouth
with,
and it must scream.
I'm okay with the mist, though. I'd rather it mist than rain, personally.
As long as it's not like the Stephen King mist, then I'm down.
Oh gosh.
I don't need otherworldly prehistoric monsters in my weather, thank you. Is that on the forecast? Do we have monsters on the forecast?
Wait, so are you talking like Final Fantasy IX? How the
Not
mist
so
is
far.
generating
Awesome,
monsters?
More like they just live there. They're just hanging out in the mist.
We'll see in FF9, the mist actually generates monsters. That's why everyone always hates the mist.
Like it's a magical miasma that just generates random.
If you put a bunch of fans up and blow the mist away.
No, actually, that's what some people do.
We should take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else.
Exactly.
The fact that I said that and you said that's actually what they do, I'm like...
It's like the giants in Majora's
What else are you going to do?
It's like the giants in Majora's
Mask. Get
Mask.
really big guns and get ready for the mist.
The moon is going to fall down on our town. We need some big guys to push it away.
Push it away.
They say somewhere else.
Well, they don't push it away. They catch it.
Do they? Or do they just stand there with it?
Kind of, yeah.
Or you can get a dome.
Well, okay, look, there's the point where I just tell you spoilers because there's a reason they only stand there with it. It's because it ends up anyway.
I've played.
Shut up. All right, we're going to the rest of the day.
That's right. Wow, what a transition.
Jeez.
All right. Rest of the day, 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verses 3 through 4. Praise to the God of all comfort. Praise to be to the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of compassion and the God of all comfort, who comforts us in all our troubles, so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort we ourselves receive from God. Spread the love, people.
Actually, that's wow. I feel like I myself definitely needed to hear that this week because, man, it's been a rough week in Texas. Not that I hate the state itself, but
I do.
There was just a. But while I was down there, we were at a Christian theater festival, and the term Christian really should not have been used for that theater festival at all.
Oh my Lord! I heard the story.
I've heard stories.
Oh yeah, no, I've told you some.
Everything was depressing except for your guys's.
Yeah, exactly.
Puns, and then they called you guys to play a children's play.
Yeah,
ours
is a children's play. That's really what it is.
That's not what the director
said.
Yeah, that's not what your director said.
So, but yeah, and so it was honestly kind of a rough week. But the people that I was with, all of my college mates and stuff, we made it work because we were comforted by God and we shared it with each other, and that helped us to kind of make it through that week, and it helped us to do our best in the show, even though we didn't feel like we were really doing great.
Well, it sounds like
it was really cool.
It sounds like your guys' show definitely stood out.
Oh yeah,
among the others.
Well, I'll tell you this: all the other shows had a lot of negative criticism with the director's viewpoint and stuff like that. The only two things that were negative, one of them I won't say on air because it was stupid. But the other one was the fact of he thought that there were points where it wasn't very child friendly for a children's theater performance. And that's actually, so I guess there was really only one. That's me being dumb, but I won't say exactly what it was because it's kind of a controversial topic. But I think I agree with him though. I think it shouldn't be in our performance, but I can't choose it. So
Yeah, you're not the king. Not the king of this
I'm
castle.
literally just the tech boy. I get paid to do my job, and that's about it.
Yeah, just
So-
like I get paid to be station manager of this radio station.
That's right. I forgot you're the station manager now. For
Sure.
everyone that doesn't know, Logan is unofficially the station manager.
Exactly. It's basically like a figurehead position, like the Queen of England or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
I don't actually do much. I just tell everyone I'm important.
So kind of like a husky over here.
I'm like a.
Shut up.
I'm like a.
I was like, maybe he's not listening.
Husky works.
You said my name. I don't know what you said, but I know it was stupid. I know it was discourteous, and I know it was rude.
I love that you
No,
said. I
we're
love
not-
that.
No negative energy today.
No
okay?
negative. Okay.
I
Fine.
love that you
Only
said it
positive
right when he
vibes
was like working really hard on
on the post.
the Facebook stuff. It's
Yeah.
pretty
So hopefully with that we'll get some more people on Facebook.
Yes.
I'll try and actually make a post on my Facebook as well.
I will send out
So that
good
way we can-
vibes and a psychic message to all my friends to
Psychic
watch the show.
message.
I'm like Aquaman,
Show your mouth,
but with
boy.
people.
Okay.
People, man.
What is it? The Tower Media page?
It is the Tower Media page. I think we're going to take a short music break,
Mm.
and then we'll get right back. I know this is discourteous, but this is unusual, but we're going to take a short music break, get right in the top of the hour, and we'll be right back. So don't touch that dial.
Don't do it.
Stumble from the ashes, lost enigmas in the dusk. I cannot remember, though they tell me that I must. Sky is torn asunder, fear that breaks the brave will not drag me under, climb out of the grave. Make a sign or faults define this mark of worth I wear. Hardened are these faithful scars I bear. Stand side by side, carry all as one, we can bear this weight. Stand side by side, we won't come undone, for the hands that will carry us home are touched by fate. Hold on to what you strive for. Hold on to what you fight for. Get up and fight. Break. Through the fatal leafy shade of scorching desert sands, lift the people from their pain, unite and take a stand. Reach into the future, reach into the fade. Stop out the abuser, stop that bloody blade. Maker's breath or wind of death, it matters not to me. Be it one or none or synergy. Stand side by side, carry all as one, we can bear this weight. Stand side by side, we won't come undone, for the hands that will carry us home are touched by fate. Hold on to what you strive for. Hold on to what you fight for. by side. Carry on as one, we can make this way. Stand side by side, we won't come undone for the hands that will carry us home. Our touch by faith for your values and fight for your friends. Fight through this bright find the light at the end. Creator the dragon through chaos and hate. For the hands that will carry us home. Our touch by faith. Hold on to what you strive for. Hold on to what you fight for.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Doghouse.
That's right.
Hey there, gamer guys and gals. We got a good show lined up for you today.
Sure
we just
do.
got our normal stuff out of the way. Now we're gonna jump into top of the hour.
Yeah.
Woo. Who do we want to go on first? Do we want to go on mine?
Mine's the stupidest. Let me go first.
Is yours the stupidest?
Mine's super dumb. I hate it, but I had nothing else to talk about.
Okay, cool. Go right ahead, man.
Okay, so you guys know about
Mine's pretty dumb too.
you guys know about
I feel
Labo?
like mine's pretty dumb.
I
but-
guess.
You know about Labo?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, there's the Nintendo Switch, and you got like cardboard stuff you can stick to it.
I actually have no idea where to buy Labo stuff. Do I just like go out and like behind a
No,
Lowe's
you
and
go-
find a cardboard?
you
That's
go-
the thing. It's like
You go to GameStop and buy it for $100.
it's really expensive and it's really stupid, and it's like Nintendo won't put it on their directs. Like the new
They also don't they advertised it, but because it's so expensive, they stopped advertising it.
yeah.
It's like just give it a price drop and advertise it, and people may actually get it.
that's the thing. I don't think they will, but I mean,
I think if you put Labo at $40, I think $40 is justifiable.
I'd say it's cardboard. I could make a Labo if I really had to.
Well, no,
I
I'm
could
not
make-
saying I'm not saying make it $40 for the cardboard. I'm saying specifically make it $40 for the stuff that comes with the cardboard. The cardboard at that point would
The
basically
software?
yeah,
Okay.
because like
okay,
all that software
maybe.
stuff that people put in work, and it actually is really cool. I don't know if you've ever seen people like put it together or whatever,
Yeah.
but it is actually interesting, and the stuff you can do with it is cool. But I do think that the project itself is not $100. I don't think
That's
it's
true.
$60. So that's why I'm not saying it's the same as a baseline game.
You know, they
So-
need to get a foregrip and a butt stock for the Nintendo Switch.
Dude, bring the
But
Super
something-
Scope back. Give us some
something
Duck Hunt
cool.
games, please.
That'd be cool. But something cool with it is this, and I don't know if y'all know this, but in Mario Kart, you can actually use the motorcycle Labo and drive with it.
Oh, so it's just like the little like steering wheel thing you could
For,
put
like,
your
the
What if they put
PlayStation.
like
remote in.
spinning wheel
Yeah.
rims on the back of the Switch though? That'd
What
be
if it
pretty cool.
lit
Oh my
itself
gosh.
on fire
Look.
when you were done playing? So you had to buy a new one.
Okay, look.
Okay, let
It's
me
actually
just
kinda
tell the story.
cool.
Let me just tell the story real quick.
Sorry.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there's a new Labo coming out.
Which ones?
Of April 12th. It's the whole collection is based on VR. So like there's going to be like some goggles that you connect to your Switch, and there's like an elephant one that lets you live the dream of being
No,
and having the face of it, being the elephant man.
Oh.
Oh my lord, I saw that picture.
You did?
Divine Beast Varuta.
I love the memes that are
Really?
coming out of this though.
I have not seen it actually, so I need to check this out.
Yeah. Anyway, interesting point. This is the first time Nintendo has done, or the second time Nintendo has done VR. The first time being
Virtual
1995.
Boy.
The Virtual Boy.
Woo! Such a good console.
I'm the Virtual Boy.
I love
I'm
Virtual
the one
Boy.
who sees. But yeah, I don't know. Do you guys think maybe Nintendo will do some more interesting stuff with VR now that
No.
they've kind of opened the gate? I don't think so either.
I think they can. Will they? Probably not.
I would love to see.
Yeah.
Just,
What if they at E3 they announced that like they've seized control of Bethesda and EA?
they're holding them hostage.
Hmm. I think the cool thing that they could
Video
do
games
is
just becomes like an arms race against
they could
Nintendo.
It's the console wars all over again.
They could make a Legend of Zelda VR. That'd be cool.
It'd be gross.
Going through the
I've been trying to
the
walk
well
through Breath
in
of the
Ocarina of Time.
I've been trying to walk through the Breath of the Wild overworld.
You'd be like looking up
In
most of the
VR.
time trying to climb.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, but I think I
It'd
don't
be
know.
awful.
I really think
actually,
I think they could do it.
I don't think the Switch has the graphical power to do this, but it would be super cool to be able to play Resident Evil 7 again.
VR.
VR.
That'd be cool.
I'd quit immediately.
You know what I would
it's
probably
scary.
try if it became a thing? I mean, they've already kind of dabbled in VR now, but if they could make a Kingdom Hearts game VR, that'd be cool.
There is a Kingdom Hearts VR experience.
I know, but it's just freaking cutscenes.
Well,
So
That's all the regular game is too.
Oh!
actually, that's very false.
Combo.
I was gonna say, that's actually really false. There's a lot of gameplay.
Whatever you want to.
Ladies, please, let's not do
tell
this.
yourself, buddy.
All right.
I'm
Daggone.
joking.
That's
I'm
my-
just joking with you.
That's my top of the hour.
Major oof.
Major.
I got mine out of the way. Somebody else go.
You want me to go, Eli? You got yours? or-
You go ahead, Betty. You
All right.
get that bread.
I'll get this bread.
Gamer.
Gamers. Anyway,
Yeah.
so here's the two top because I have two now. I'm a big boy. I've actually got two this time. One of them is
It's all
the
grown up.
NES Online. Oh, it's a pencil. I'm sorry, I just took yours. Anyways, so one of them is the NES Online. They added 2 new games this month. They're nothing big. It's Kid Icarus, the original one, and Star Tropics, which I mean, Star Tropics was pretty cool from what I remember. Kid Icarus is really hard, and that's all I remember from it.
Kid Icarus. I beat
so-
that game when I was a kid. I really love it. I'll definitely play that as soon as I beat Kirby.
Yeah, I was about to say you gotta be Kirby. first,
Kirby's
man.
hard.
Kirby's actually really hard originally.
It's weird.
But anyway, so yeah, that happened. And my other top of the hour, which actually I have more info on since the show just started, like literally the moment the show started, I got more information. The Sonic the Hedgehog movie, the Sonic model was revealed. However, as of 30 minutes ago, it was confirmed by Tails Channel, who's like a big Sonic news channel. It was confirmed by them that this is actually not the final model. This was something that they used previously. It got leaked, and it's not the final model. Although I will be honest.
So this isn't even his perfect form.
No, I will be honest though.
Interesting.
I saw the model at first I hated it. I was like, this is gross. But the more I looked at it, the more I kind of grew accustomed to it, I guess is a good way to put it. It looks kind of ugly. I won't lie. But I think if you're gonna make a live action Sonic movie without making Sonic live,
That's your top of the hour. I'll just take that off the main show then.
oh, I'm sorry. Was that what you were trying to?
No,
was that
it's
something
fine,
you were
it's
going to talk
fine.
about?
Don't worry about it.
I didn't know it was something you were going to talk about. You didn't say anything. You didn't say anything. Anyway,
I'm just joking.
so I think it looks fine, but again, it could definitely look a lot better. I would prefer them try to not make Sonic look humanistic, or not humanistic. I shouldn't say that.
Realistic.
Realistic.
I will
Thank
say
you.
one thing. The thing that I
Yes.
thought when I saw those kneecaps and like the
Yes.
really stuff, I was like, dude, it looks like somebody came up behind Sonic, hit him with a
Busted his
crowbar,
kneecaps.
hit him in the back of the head with a crowbar, and then crawled inside his skin.
Oh my
and
god.
is wandering
Silent,
around like Sonic.
Silence of the Hedgehogs, dude.
Dude, it was
Terrifying.
gross.
Somebody made a Sonic suit.
But I think it could have been a lot better. I think if they just what they could really do, and I think this would actually fix the issue entirely. And I don't think they will.
Just shut it
but-
all down? Set it on
Yes,
fire?
That
Quit?
would work. They won't, but that would work. I think what they could do is they could probably just take the model just straight from the games and put it in the movie. Just kind of touch it up with that, epic movie stuff.
Movie magic.
It'll look fine.
I-
No one ever has complained, I don't think, except for the Werehog. No one has complained about Sonic's model ever
I actually
until
think
this movie.
I actually think if you were going to make a Sonic movie in this way with live action, with real actors alongside CGI characters, it probably would be best just to go with the modern Sonic. That's what it's called.
Yeah,
right?
the modern Sonic.
modern
look.
Sonic look, or the one from the Dreamcast in Sonic Adventure, who looks horrifying, like his mouth just won't
Okay,
stop
yeah.
flapping.
Are
Do
you
that.
talking from Adventure 1 or Adventure 2? Because they are
Adventure 1.
technically two different models.
Adventure 1.
Yeah, that one's pretty scary. I love Adventure 1 and I love Adventure 2, but my gosh, those models did not age.
I liked E102 section. That's all I liked.
You mean E102 Gamma?
Yep, Gamma.
It's Divine Beast Ruta.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. I've not seen this, so that makes me so fun. That's so funny.
We have a lot of stuff.
It was fun. You asked me
what in the world?
you asked me like what models are there, and I was like, I just paused for a second. So I don't actually know. I don't really care about lava.
Yeah.
I didn't look that up.
Okay, cool. So that's my top of the hour. Again, I guess we can talk a little bit more. Like, Eli, what were your thoughts on the model besides the kneecaps?
I have a friend who's like a really big Sonic fan.
That's me.
It's not
Not
me.
you.
Oh, okay.
Different person.
Is
It's
it
not
great?
me.
He liked it.
Okay. So he's
But,
kind of on the same page with
But
me,
I was
maybe.
like, dude, that looks way too hyper realistic. Well, they took off the gloves, made it not cartoony.
I think that's
like,
my big problem is the gloves too.
there's a way to make it look like it's more grounded in our world without just running it through
My
a
question
blender.
is, okay, so look at the Smurfs. Great example here. The Smurfs.
I never saw
first-
any of the Smurfs movie. I instantly
You-
thought they were going to be bad.
They were
Good,
They were all bad.
because they were. Well, at least the first one was. The first one was bad. The second one, they decided, hey, we're not going to have any realistic crap. This is going to be a straight up just full CGI movie. And that one was okay for most people because they saw only CGI.
Right.
There was no realistic anything.
Was it made by Illumination?
Yes,
of
I think.
course it was.
Anyways,
Of course
So-
it was.
I think what they should have done instead of making the CGI live action shift, like no one ever really performs that well except for I think Disney. I think they've done it once.
Pixar.
Well, Pixar's Disney. Anyway, so
Yeah, they are.
whatever.
They're owned by
Anyways,
Disney.
so I think they should have just made this a straight up CGI movie. If they had just kept everything CGI, I think it would look a lot better. Although I am so pumped for is it Jim Carrey who's going to be
Jim Carrey.
Eggman?
I will watch the movie simply for that.
That's
I-
that's gonna be
I,
so funny.
I'm gonna go watch it just so I can make a review for the tower, and I can rip it in half.
I want to compare this
Oh, do
movie.
it, please. I want you to.
I want to compare this movie to Detective Pikachu.
Yes.
I want that to be. That sounds interesting. To me.
Well, because do you see how much better looking all the Pokemon are in Detective Pikachu compared to
Exactly.
the
It's weird
one
because,
model
like,
they made for Sonic?
It's weird because Sonic passes the silhouette test, but the difference is when you see it, like when you see the Pikachu, like the differences aren't stark enough to like make it unsettling. Like, oh, that's Pikachu, it just looks fuzzy now. But,
Yeah.
like when you see Sonic, you're like, this is unsettling to look at because I know what Sonic
Yeah.
looks like, and he looks similar but not quite.
It's like
And you're like,
it's like
"Ugh."
Sonic Man from Sonic 06. He's
You're not
dressed up as
Sonic.
Sonic, but he acts like he's
You
Sonic,
look like
but
Sonic,
he's not.
but you're not. Who are you?
Faker. You're the one comparing yourself to me? Huh, you're not even good enough
So
to be my
what-
fake.
what-
I'll make you eat those words.
Bryant, you kind of gave us or Dingo, you kind of gave us. Sorry,
You're fine.
You're
I'm
gonna have
fine.
Persona Zero.
ruined. Okay, yeah.
Anyway,
Joke
Dingo
me.
kind of gave us like a look into what his ideal Sonic movie would be, what it would look like. Husky,
Basically
what,
CGI.
what is your ideal Sonic the Hedgehog movie?
One that doesn't exist.
Exactly. Mine is completely based on the Shadow the Hedgehog games, and it's animated with Minecraft models.
Let's focus on getting good games
Can we stop?
first.
Yeah, let's.
Oh, man.
I think they need to take a hard
Like,
look.
You know, I can
Mario
understand that.
Mario and Pokemon are getting movies, and that makes sense because the franchises, like we may think that some Pokemon games are less stellar than others. But
Okay,
like,
cool. I was about to say, someone
for-
mentioned it.
For the
I mean,
the general thing is like it's a solid franchise. It's not going anywhere.
Pokemon is like
Sonic's
ascended.
Sonic's on dicey territory.
It's-
Po-
yeah,
I feel
well, I mean,
like-
look at Sonic Forces, and then look at Sonic Mania. You have a hit and a miss. It's just
Pokemon
crazy.
and Mario have like ascended beyond just video games, and they've become like international, like cultural
Yeah,
icons.
they're phenomenon now.
They're phenomenon of the human. They're part of the human race, basically.
Whereas Sonic is the only emblem of Sega, and Sega is the company that lost to Nintendo.
Why don't they just make?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
And
point.
that's the sad thing is like they can't find their grounding after they lost to Nintendo. Really,
It's so funny though. Like I look at Sonic Forces or not Sonic Mania,
I was about to say,
and I
what?
think like, okay, everyone's really excited. They've kind of looked at the Sonic formula, and they're saying like, okay, let's back it up. Maybe we can just start over fresh And what is the next move they pull?
You want to know what?
Sonic Forces.
Well,
Literally everything I hate about
Do you want
Sonic
me-
in one package.
do you want me to explain something to you?
I would
explain
I would
that?
love it if you didn't.
Oh wait, yeah. I
Well,
have,
here's the thing.
I actually
Oh,
have,
God.
I have a good top of the hour.
The reason that Sonic Mania is so good is because the fans made it.
Yeah, it is a fan-made
It's-
game.
and
Down to the
literally-
music.
And,
Is,
and this is something that I agree with in Pokemon actually too. The formula for Pokemon is the only thing that I think is old and needs to change. Everything else about it's fine to me.
the concept is good.
Yeah, because it's like a kid's first RPG. That's really what it is.
I think
Yeah, and
so-
then they added natures and all this weird math stuff, and I want to die.
But even with that, it still is a kid's first RPG, really,
I'm still mad at
because you
natures.
don't even have to worry about all that crap.
But Pokemon has
And so-
also got a competitive scene, and it's kind of become
That's
its
where it
own
gets
thing.
that's where it gets to be a bigger deal. Really, is that. But like just like Pokemon, Sonic has had fan games that has made it better. Like that has basically
Hmm.
taken the formula of Sonic and said, let's try and figure out how to make this cooler, how to make this more interesting, how to maybe do this in a better way. So a great example is there's a game on my computer that I've had for a long time, and every once in a while I'll still like pull it out and play it. But it's basically a Sonic game that's 3D. It plays like Sonic Adventure. It has updated graphics, and it actually has better level design to me. I think the music in it is really good, although some of it is just ripped from Sonic games. And then the other cool thing about it is it takes the partner system and it takes the heroes team system and kind of builds upon it. So you have the ability to swap characters, and you can use their abilities
Oh, it's a team
with each
fighter.
other.
I have
Oh
a
my
question. I have a
gosh.
question.
But anyways,
Can I play as Big the Cat?
yes.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anyways, you can
I think
actually play as
Eli's-
a lot of characters in that game, but
Yeah.
I think even Eggman is a character technically.
That's
That's just
bad.
Jump
but-
Force.
Oh, no,
Jump
it's
Force.
funny. It is Jump Force. Anyway, so but
Get a
overall,
load
like,
of
I think it's
this.
pretty cool.
That should be
Um,
if that's not his ultimate, then I'm alright.
Get a load of it.
Get a load of this.
This-
Just
the
blows
Mega
up the
Laser.
moon.
He does. I mean, he that's the cool thing. He blew up the moon in Sonic the Adventure 2.
And
He
he
did.
instantly regretted it. He's like, "Oh wait, this
Oops.
is bad."
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I think they like didn't they like try fixing it?
No, they said that crap because of Shadow the Hedgehog. In Shadow the Hedgehog, the beginning of the game, on the opening, the moon is fixed.
Let's not talk about Shadow
But
the Hedgehog.
then at the end of the game, the moon is broken again because they have to have the eclipse cannon.
Okay, we've reached that part of the show where I feel sick to my stomach, which means we've reached our Sonic the Hedgehog quota for this hour.
That's true. Okay, we
Husky,
need to,
what's your
Husky,
top of the hour?
We get to talk about Anthem.
Okay, can we go back to Sonic then, please?
I need a bag. I need a bag. It's, oh
Oh
god.
my gosh! Wow. Wait.
We're only briefly talking about Anthem. I have a few things.
Make it quick.
I might
please.
save one for
For the
the
big
main
show?
show.
That's
but, Anthem has been having no shortage of issues after releasing.
Really, you don't say.
Wow.
So apparently, the damage numbers that show up when you shoot stuff means absolutely nothing.
Are you serious?
They mean absolutely nothing.
How much
That's-
damage am I doing, Vegeta?
Worst of all,
1006.
apparently the higher rank gear that you get later on is worse than the level 1 gear you start out with.
Oh
Are
my
you
God.
serious?
You can because they have a thing where it scales you up if you go into a higher level mission. So like if you have level 1 gear and you go to a higher level mission, you will do more damage than your partners who have the
higher
rarer
ranking gear.
high rank gear.
What an absolute
Why?
dumpster fire.
That
The
is
game is amazing.
that
That's
makes it to
incredible.
where- It makes it to where you literally don't want to change anything in the game. You just want to keep the level 1 rifle. You want to keep the level 1 everything, and then just use it throughout the
Yes.
entire game.
It's perfect. I love it.
Wait, so like, hold on. So what about like upgrades? Because I know you said that you can like upgrade the jetpack and stuff. If you have the level 1 jetpack or whatever, does it do
I think it does
just
damage.
as well?
I think it's about damage and
Oh, it's just
armor
damaging and
Combat,
stuff.
yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
cool. I was about to say because if I upgraded my jetpack and
I
it got
didn't-
consecutively worse,
I didn't read into it too much. I
I'd
just
be
like
upset.
read that and I was like,
I haven't seen
That's so
like
bad.
this is like approaching like 76 levels of screw up on the on the screw uposity meter.
You mean Destiny levels?
No, Fallout
Destiny
76
was
was
a
worse.
Destiny was a functional game.
It could work.
It was a bare bones game, but it was a functional game.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The time that I played it was okay.
See, because
The
I haven't
gunplay
played
in
it.
Destiny 1, the gunplay in Destiny 1 was actually really tight. That was the best part of the game.
Destiny.
They ruined it in Destiny 2, but we won't get into that.
Destiny is like he's not a bright guy, but Destiny's he's
doing.
okay. Fallout 76, he'll like set himself on fire if you don't keep an eye on him. He's inherently self-destructive.
Okay.
Oof.
All right. Cool. Well, besides that, let's just try and
there's a trailer that I have yet
positive
to
vibes.
watch.
For what?
For
Uh,
Anthem?
No, this new game that's going to be released by 3D Realms
Ooh.
called Wrath.
Wrath.
I'll read it on here.
Mm.
Okay, I never heard of Wrath actually, so that's cool. Is it like a brand new IP or is it?
It is
an
a
existing
brand
one?
new IP.
Oh,
Let me
that's
find
cool.
It's up here
Awesome.
somewhere. Oh yeah, okay. Wrath, Aeon of Ruin. It's a reveal trailer. I have yet to watch it, but it's powered by the Quake 1 engine, and it'll be
Ooh.
playable at PAX East.
Sweet. When is
So,
that?
At PAX
Hardcore FPS. Oh boy, it's another shooter. I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of getting sick of shooter games.
March 28th through 31st.
You say that, but at the same time, I'm really excited for Doom Eternal.
You know, I just want like something
Yeah.
that's different than normal shooter. Oh, I completely forgot. Thank you for reminding me. I have a new
You're
top of the hour.
Oh, you have another one now.
I played the Division 2 demo.
How was it? Was it good?
I guess not.
Oh gosh. The fact
It
that
is
you-
the most generic, boring third-person shooter of all
Oh,
time. It is
man.
using a cover system that I was already like I had already grown bored of since 2009.
Lovely.
Like, it is one
Is
of the
it
most.
that bad?
It's one of the most it's functional. It doesn't break.
Yeah.
But it's one of the most functionally. It's just like one of the most uninspired,
It's like a safe game.
drab, boring game I've
Hmm.
ever played.
That's
You
sad.
should play Bioshock. It's really exciting. Lots of different things you can do.
Scary though.
It's not
I
that
won't-
scary.
I don't want to be.
It's really
scary.
interesting. Gosh, I hope Doom Eternal is good. The last Doom was so good.
It was
like,
pretty good.
the enemy
From what I've
placement.
We
heard.
need Doom to save the FPS genre.
That and Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein's pretty good. I haven't played it, but I watched someone play it.
I'm sorry, I
know.
need to turn towards the camera. I forgot where I'm live. But
Yeah,
oh
Doom,
my
yeah.
lord.
Doom.
I think
Doom is so good.
Yeah, Division 2, it looks like
Yeah.
it's I like played through like the first few missions and I was like, dude, this is boring. I have literally a dozen different things I could be doing other than this, like sleeping. I did.
Mm.
I went to sleep.
The game put you to
Sorry.
sleep.
Might as well have.
I just want to see. I
Um,
just wanted to see something because it made me think of something. that we could
But yeah,
talk
those are
about.
my top of the hour. I'll save the Turok news for the main show.
Torah.
Cool.
But for now, give me that mouse back.
Sorry, I was trying to.
I'll give it back to you.
Okay, I was trying to see what it was that I was
What?
looking at.
We're gonna take a small break.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm gonna give you an ad and some music, and then we'll be right back with our main segment of the show. Don't touch that dial.
Don't do it.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
You try to run me through, hold on, think again. Don't you know what you're starting? But you sure ain't got a clue how bad this will go. Don't you know my art of war. And as you look to the horizon, not a cloud, but then stormy weather's caught you cold. Seems like it crept up out of nowhere, all around you. It's not quite what you foretold. You'll never see it coming. You'll see that my mind is too fast for eyes. You're done in. But now, time it's hit you, your last surprise. your game planned out to a T. Yet I'm 2 steps ahead, yeah. So step into my way, stand down. It's a trap. 1 more step and you're dead. Yeah, you're dead. Why, just a peep a second ago, clear blue skies, but now lightning struck your last freeze off. It's not an accident that no one hears your cries as your last strength seems to dissolve. You'll never see it coming. You'll see that my mind is too fast for eyes. You're done in by the time it's hit you, your last surprise. I'm coming for you. My game's always so fast, so fine. You're spun in by the net you didn't catch it in time. Better think about your game. Are you sure your next move's the right one for you? Are you sure you won't get outmaneuvered again and again, my friend? You'll never see it coming. You'll see that my mind is too fast for eyes. You're done in by the time it's hit you, your last surprise. I'm coming for you. My game's always so fast, so fine. You're spun in by the net you didn't catch it in time.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Doghouse with Husky, Dingo, and Updog.
Hey there, video gamers. My ears are bleeding.
Welcome back to the show.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Please stop.
What is that noise?
Now it's just gross. Okay.
Drinking from one of those hamster water containers.
Please
Okay.
stop. Golly. This is not the show.
We gotta hurry this
This is
up.
not the show.
We gotta hurry this up. I gotta run to my hamster wheel after this.
20 minutes until we want to start the dogfight.
Oh, you're right.
Man.
All right.
I don't know. Do we
I mean,
want
if y'all have
full
enough
hour?
information, do y'all want to do the whole?
I don't have
hour, or
anything
you
else
wanna
to
do
talk
40
about.
minutes.
All right. Well, we still got some stuff to talk
I
about.
was gonna say,
Go
we still
for it. Do it.
All right.
Yeah, let's do
so
it.
I guess first thing, have either of you ever played a Turok game?
I've never played it.
It looks amazing.
It does look cool.
Okay, so it's an FPS. The first Turok was an FPS released on the N64. You fought dinosaurs. You were this basically this barbarian guy.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Let's just say the dinosaurs were not the most dangerous thing on the island.
It's you.
It's you.
Really?
Yeah, you get all these cool guns that have all these crazy abilities. It's almost like a Doom-esque thing
I like Doom.
where it has some of these guns have like some crazy abilities, but like yeah. So it centers on you adventuring around. I can't remember much of the game because this came out like this is 1990. I was born in
64.
1996.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but like I just remember this game was really fun when I watched my brother play it because I was too young.
I've been there.
But the
I'm
point
s- I'm
is,
still
the thing
too-
that I remember when you die and you come back, he says, "I am Turok."
That's funny.
So it looks really cool. It looks interesting, and
Hey, I'm
that's
Jeff.
coming to the Switch. Turok, and then Turok 2 is coming at a later date.
Nice.
Oh, so there was a sequel though.
If there's a demo,
Yeah.
I'll
There's
definitely
also a
check
comic.
it out. Ooh.
So a
Is it
comic.
based on a comic or
It's
is the comic,
brutal.
is the comic based on the game?
I don't know. I just read it and I was like, "This is brutal. Just kill the
Not
raptor."
good.
He's disembowel the raptor with his bare hands.
Raptors can
Oh,
open
wow.
doors. They're the most dangerous dinosaur.
Yeah, except for Turok, he's the most dangerous dinosaur.
He's the most dangerous
Yeah,
dinosaur.
Yeah, that's right.
Because he's from the 90s. That makes him a dinosaur.
Yeah, that actually makes me wonder. Because have you ever
We're
seen
gonna,
the
we're gonna be
sequel?
talking about two dinosaurs later in the show.
We
Oh
are.
gosh, you're
We
right.
definitely are.
But have you ever seen the sequel? Like, have you ever played the sequel at all? Or
Sequel to what?
Turok
Turok,
2?
yeah.
No, I never got to. I'll be
because that
playing it
makes
this
me
time.
wonder, like,
When this comes
what
out,
it changed.
it might be out already, but I should play it and then I'll talk about it in
Yeah.
my show.
Like, that'd be
Hmm.
cool. Because I'd really be curious to see what changes 2 made from 1.
If I had a capture card, I'd stream it, but I don't.
It's a thing we don't have.
Give me money.
Give me money. I'm just kidding. No.
I'm starting a Patreon.
If you do, I promise you,
You'll get like
You promised me.
you get like nothing.
$30
No.
that you have to send back.
$30.
My mom gave it to me.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. All right, cool. So Turok, that's a thing. It happened.
Check it out. Look at it.
Turok 2 Seeds of Evil will also be coming to Switch at a later date.
Was that?
Hey, I
I
mean,
think that was actually on the PlayStation. Now that I'm hearing that,
we were
was
just,
Turok 2 on the PlayStation?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Let's do some research.
We were just
I'm
talking.
curious now.
We just mentioned like a little bit ago how much we wish 64 games were on the Switch, and here comes one
It's
now.
happening.
Probably one I never heard of it before, but
It was on
No.
Nintendo 64, Xbox One, Microsoft Windows, and Game Boy.
Game Boy.
That's such an interesting.
It was probably a different quality.
What is
title.
this? A
Oh,
Kingdom
yeah.
Hearts game? What a wide release of.
If you think about it, they had a good idea. It just was not performed well.
No.
All right.
Anyways, besides,
In Turok 2 Seeds of Evil, you fight Donkey Kong and you kill him.
oh seriously?
No.
I was like, that's so cool. I was like, holy crap.
Donkey Kong from Donkey Kong 64.
What
He's
if
got the
Turok-
coconut launcher.
What if you had? What if you had the coconut
What if
launcher?
Turok were a DLC in Smash?
What if that's what this
I
is
would-
referencing?
I'd be amazed, but not surprised after Piranha Plant. I gotta be
Yeah.
honest.
Hey, dude. I mean, the game got a 9 out of 10 on Steam. That's actually pretty good.
Wow, it's on Steam.
Yeah.
I'll get it right now. What am I doing?
What am I doing?
What am I doing?
Play right now. Give
Dude,
us your
actually, is
On
it
the show.
cheaper?
review.
Is it cheaper on Steam? No, it's $20. Okay. So might as well get on the Switch so you can carry it.
That's true.
So
But yeah, so that's happening.
that's
cool.
pretty cool.
That's the
I'm-
world we live in.
I mean, it's actually kind of cool though.
I'm excited.
Another cool thing that's releasing: Octopath Traveler prequel coming to iOS and
Woo!
Android.
I don't care. I don't have a phone.
Actually, like,
I don't
you
believe in
know,
phones.
if
I
you
don't
think
believe in
about it,
communication with other human beings.
it's kind of genius for them to do that because everyone has a phone. Okay, like a lot
You
of
guys
people,
have phones.
Don't you
Okay,
guys have
shut up.
phones?
A lot
get
of
that.
people have a smartphone.
Put it-
Okay,
I'll put it on my smartphone right next to the new Diablo game.
okay, no. Anyways, but like
you'll play Pokemon
Even the
Go more than
original
those two
game,
games combined. You know
Husky, you were saying something about this earlier. You said that really you could have seen this on a mobile platform in the first place.
I was like, what? This seems like it was like meant for a DS or something. Like,
and so I think it being moved to mobile because it's on iOS and Android. I think it being moved there isn't a bad idea. I think a lot more people will be able to experience it.
I don't think any of us saying a bad idea. We're just memeing.
You know what?
The difference between that and Diablo is like a very graphically intensive,
And it's
like
this is
it's
like
a sit down and play kind of game, and they're trying to move it to mobile. Whereas this is like
a prequel in the
turn-based
storyline.
strategy. Like,
This isn't like
you
a
can play
mainline
that.
entry.
You can play that on your phone.
I do on my phone.
Yeah,
I played
it's
the City
easy.
of Final Fantasy.
Super easy. Like
Yeah.
turn-based strategy is not like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I
I
think it's a good idea.
I was just
I
thinking.
agree.
You just said it should be on the Octopath should have just been on the Game Boy. Why wasn't it on the 3DS?
That's what I said.
Like that graphical style would
yeah.
actually look pretty good in 3D.
I don't know, maybe because
Because the 3DS is dying.
Switch is the new DS.
I mean, if you really think about it, the 3DS is dying. So.
We're still making 3DS games though.
They're making like
Okay.
one or two.
Nintendo's not
Yeah.
gonna just drop making like handheld games only. That's not gonna happen.
I
I
think
mean,
they're gonna make it just
Switch
for
games are pretty
Switch.
much handheld if you think about it.
They're handheld
true.
and their console, so I think that they're gonna drop the 3DS at some point soon.
I
Maybe
think
by the end of this year, the 3DS will
They're
die.
gonna,
I don't think
they're
it'll
gonna
happen.
drop the 3DS and they're starting to work on their mega gaming PC, the Nintendo
PC.
brick.
brick.
It runs.
And it looks like the Mario brick from Super Mario Brothers.
The Goomba 3000.
That'd be great. Call it the Goomba
Wouldn't that be like a
3000.
swerve if they actually released a gaming PC? Like, because everybody's whining, like, we want some graphically intensive hardware.
Fine, here you go.
Fine, take this PC, run Steam on it. I don't care. Leave
Run
me
Steam.
alone.
Get out of my face.
I want to
Dude,
make Mario
okay.
games for kids. Please
Real
leave me
talk.
alone.
if like any Nintendo property ever got onto Steam, that would be insane.
Yeah, Turok's on there. Go play Turok.
Not Turok. I'm talking like Nintendo owned. You know what I mean? Like if a Mario game got on Steam, because people then could mod it, and then if like Breath of the Wild got on Steam,
Implying people don't already mod Nintendo games.
okay, that's
People
fair
mod
point.
the crap out of
Smash.
Breath of the Wild. There's like tons of stuff you can do.
What can you do?
All kinds of, like, dude, Skyrim levels of crazy stuff.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
There's a Peter Griffin mod for King K. Rool on Smash.
I have seen that actually.
Please.
It's awful. I hate it.
Sadly. But anyways, okay.
Thousand curses
Besides,
on the family of the person who made
There's
that.
this thing that turns all the Guardians into Thomas the Tank Engine.
wait, are you serious?
I'm
There was
serious.
a mod for
I
that in
love
Resident
that.
Evil where it turns Mr. X into Thomas the Tank Engine
I saw that. That was such a cool
that
mod.
plays his theme song whenever he's coming around.
You just hear toot toot.
Yeah,
Yes.
seriously. That's great.
That's fantastic. I want Thomas the Tank Engine in all my horror video games. Oh my god, like
It's almost like even more unsettling when he shows up though, because like
yeah.
what if like the porthole on the front of the Big Daddy's face in like BioShock was just Thomas the Tank Engine's face?
that'd be
Instead of
weird.
going like, "Arrgh," we just go like,
I mean, on Skyrim, I know that I watched a playthrough where they had a lot of mods turned on, and one of them was the Thomas the Tank Engine as a dragon.
yeah.
So like all the dragons are tank engines.
I like the one that
It's
turns
funny.
that only turns Alduin into Thomas. All the other dragons are normal, but
all
the
one is
main
Thomas?
dragon
Are
is
you
it's
serious?
just a train.
That's funny.
It's
I
pretty
actually
good.
like that. That's pretty good.
I actually need something to make that fight harder, please. Because
Is it pretty easy?
I
It's
killed
so
him with a
easy.
dagger. I just stabbed him.
yeah, stab him. Oh my god, it's a dragon,
Stab him
and
with
he's got a
dagger.
knife.
All right, so we want to talk about the E3 stuff now.
I mean, I don't know.
What happened? I
Okay.
don't know.
EA is not going to E3.
Wow, it's such a big thing.
Probably should have been the top of the hour, but like,
Yeah.
Who cares?
interesting.
I mean, it's
cares?
it's
got-
E3.
We had to
It's
talk about
EA.
Labo.
Okay, real talk. It's EA. They're gonna make like sports games, and they're gonna make
That
some
cuts
orange
down-
stuff.
that cuts down on the amount of garbage I have to watch. 'cause,
Yeah,
like,
exactly. That's why I'm happy about it. I'm like, thank goodness they're not
I
going to E3.
don't have to hear about the latest 2K game that's coming out.
I
Look
can-
at these updated graphics.
I
And
can
this
just-
new thing that's not actually new. It was in the last 3 games.
Do you think we'll see any Skyrim stuff?
No.
See-
I hope not. I don't want. Please stop
They're not gonna-
re-release. What are they gonna do now? Like Skyrim for the iPhone?
Do you think they're gonna say
God.
anything new?
76. I mean, they showed a teaser last.
Yeah, I was gonna
E3.
say, are they gonna show anything new from the teaser?
I don't know. I don't care,
I guess the real question is, will
Bum, bum,
Final
bum,
Fantasy VII
bum,
Remake
bum,
ever make a
bum,
return?
bum, bum, bum,
dude.
bum,
I'm actually
bum,
kind of
bum,
glad now that we talk about it because that'll get me to the Joker play and the gameplay quicker. Please,
True.
please do it. Give it to me. I'm desperate. I
For
need
Skyrim?
I need to know what he looks like. I need to know how he plays.
Joker?
Joker.
You saw his model for 3 seconds.
That's not enough. I need to know.
I really want to know how he plays too. I'm kind of worried.
He probably plays well. I mean,
Yeah.
His frame data.
well,
He looks like he's got a sword thing going
depending
on.
on
so-
how the last DLC character we got
Swing
was
data.
I think he's pretty fun.
Probably.
he's fun,
fun.
but he's bad. in
He-
terms
he's
of
not
meta.
bad. He's just not top tier.
He's
Yep.
not overpowered.
He's
I
okay
guess.
at best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's definitely not bottom tier. I don't think.
In a land of giants, he is but a small ant.
We already
That's
know.
true.
We already know that Joker's going to be really fast, which
He's
I
better
think
than Little Mac.
already puts
Yeah.
him.
He is definitely better.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not hard.
I think we already know that Joker's going to be really fast, and fast characters tend to do well in the meta of this game.
Yeah.
So
And
I
also,
think
he's got super amazing frame data, so that will also help him a lot.
tasty.
Tasty.
Because as long as you can outframe somebody with your moves, you're fine.
Well, you got to kill him too. That's the problem with Sheik. Maybe this will be the new Sheik, since Sheik has been crippled.
Maybe.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it's Greninja. Greninja.
Maybe this will be the new
really-
Sheik because Sheik's been crippled.
Greninja's actually pretty good.
Greninja is actually really good.
Maybe this will be the new
Just
Sheik
no one's
because
really using him.
Sheik's been
Shut up.
crippled.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Uh,
Greninja's fine. I guess.
Greninja, a Japanese player took Greninja, like, I think top 8. At,
Yeah.
What was it?
Have you heard about the
Frostbite?
the 16-year-old Japanese player who came over and like dominated a lot of our top players?
Yeah, it was like a crew match. It was USA versus Japan, and he just restrained
Just
people
whooped 'em?
with
He just
Greninja.
ran through people.
Sweet.
It was insane.
He ran through Samsora, which was fantastic.
No, Sam Sora was okay. Did you ever see the ESAM recap
No.
of that event?
No.
Okay, so ESAM recapped it, and he was going to go against him first, but Sam Sora said, "No, man, I've worked on the Peach versus Greninja matchup. I'll do fine." And he got 3 stocked.
3 home
Sweet.
shocks.
I don't think I'd.
Seriously, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And then ESAM was the one that took him down, I think.
My
But
perception of
still.
my
He was using
perception-
Pikachu, the best character in the game.
My perception of Samsora so far is he really likes to throw a lot of talk.
yeah,
talk.
he's a lot of talk, but not a lot of walk.
Oh no, he's really good at the game.
Well, yeah, but
he
against
beat
top
EFAM.
players, I
he
think.
beat EFAM, but I think when it gets to in tournament, he's going to lose to the Nairos, the MK Leos,
Yeah, the ones that are
Zeros.
more technical.
I like MK Leo. It's pretty good.
I really
He's around EFAM, I think.
he's got
around EFAM's
yeah, I
level.
think he is. But like the thing is, he really needs to and this is coming from someone that's not a professional,
Mm.
but like his Peach is really, really good. He just needs to up it, if you know what I mean. Like she's so technically good that if you find out the other technical stuff and learn how to really apply that stuff, she'll be disgusting.
Just the fact that you can pull your aerials out at like a moment's notice, even close to the ground, is ridiculous.
Yeah, or the floating mechanic, the fact that her down tilt spikes.
Yeah.
There's so much. So,
She got a good-
can we talk about how her down tilt can spike on stage whilst people are standing and it's fine, but Luigi can't? Can we talk about
Let's
that?
not. I don't like
I
Luigi.
don't- That made me so mad. It was such a good combo.
Is Bethesda coming to E3 or no? Are they not? I heard something about that.
I actually read up and I didn't see anything on it, so I'm assuming that they're still doing it.
Yeah.
But
Oh boy.
When is E3?
I think I said Bethesda and I meant BioWare, but I still think BioWare is coming to E3.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
When is
If not,
E3
then I'll
this
let you
year?
guys
Do we
know.
know yet?
Same. It's like June.
Same time,
June.
around June.
Same bat time. Same.
Bat June.
Oh, Joker will already be out by then.
Oh, yeah. Well, him and maybe another.
Maybe
DLC
they'll
character.
announce the next DLC or whatever.
I think whenever Joker is released,
Yep.
they're gonna have to announce who the next one is. You know what I mean?
Right, to keep the hype.
You have to
going.
keep the hype going. So like whenever Joker gets dropped, you've got to tell us who that next one is,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Winnie the Pooh.
dude. If it's Winnie the Pooh, I'll be so happy. But not really.
It's gonna be Turok.
That actually sounds kind of cool.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'd be okay with it.
Oh my god, he's got to hunt down Yoshi in his trailer, and then Rathalos comes up behind him, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm Turok.
I am Turok."
Was he kind of like realistic looking?
I mean,
This is
for
64.
an N64 game, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he'll kind of look like Simon.
It was a blood and gore kind of thing. Yeah, dude. Oh man, seeing him in Smash would make my day.
Sounds
It'd
interesting.
be funny.
Him and Monster Hunter would get along fantastically. Monster Hunter for Smash. Put
No,
'em in.
Sora for Smash.
All right.
Do it.
There was an MK11 story trailer also that released. It was pretty cool. I think they're deviating from the whole Shao Kahn invading thing.
Thank goodness, because they've been doing that for the past few games.
And now
haven't
somebody
they?
else is invading.
True.
and
Actually, a fair point.
And they're getting Shao Kahn's armories to help.
Hmm.
And they're doing it because something Raiden did in some time. It's like timelines and stuff. It's weird.
That's what MK. Yeah, that's what Mortal Kombat's done since what was it, Deadly Alliance?
I don't know, but like it's
Because
did
they split
something-
the timeline or whatever.
he did
and so-
something. Raiden did something, and now this lady is really mad. She's got to wage war. She's using Shao Kahn's armies, and it's like almost painting Shao Kahn's armies as the good guys, almost like not the good guys, but like they're trying to stop something bad from happening. I don't know.
It's so weird
I
having
can't
a.
remember the details.
It's so weird
but-
that there's like you go from Smash to like a fighting game that has like a real story to it. I'm just like, what? Can't I just punch?
Literally
people?
the same story over and over again. But,
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's the same story as the other ones.
Tale of
It's
Souls and
weird
Swords, eternally
because
retold.
but they showed
So
a lot of
clever.
they had like action set pieces, but like they had actual cutscenes where like people have like guns and stuff, and like
Ooh.
like this looks more like an action movie than it does a fighting game. But then
Yeah.
they showed actual like fighting game stuff. By the way, Aaron Black is like the coolest concept for a character. He's just a cowboy
I like him. He's
in this
cool.
game where everybody's using fists and magic and stuff. He just unloads a
Just
six
shoots
shooter.
him.
Yeah.
Like they showed
like
some Aaron
Raiden.
Black gameplay, and I think they showed a little bit of Sonya.
Sonya.
So
Sonya.
it
Cool.
looks good. This game looks good. It looks nice. I'm not good at MK.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I haven't even
I would get
touched it.
eviscerated, but it looks good from.
You probably will
Not-
literally be
not-
eviscerated.
not as good as the Power Ranger fighting game that's coming out. But,
Oh my
you know, it's cool. I guess MK11 is a nice little niche market, but you know,
It kind of is now.
Power Rangers controls Evo, so I mean, what are you gonna do?
You talking about Samurai Showdown?
No, this is a new Power Rangers fighting game.
Maybe if there's like Megazord fighting and stuff. I'm
Maybe I
actually
should
kinda
talk about
into it.
that next week.
I was gonna say, please do, because I need to research this
Oh my
now.
God.
It actually doesn't look bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Cool.
it doesn't
That's
look
kind of
bad.
cool.
It'll probably
Okay.
be better than Jump Force. I mean,
It was Power Rangers, but like
Dude,
it's like
anything
it
is
looks
better
like
than Jump Force.
It's almost like it looks like really similar to Marvel vs. Capcom,
Ooh, that's actually kind of cool. Then, okay. Although, like,
and like they use different generational Power Rangers.
okay, I was about to say, because
Oh,
like, don't they
that's
just
cool.
won't they really just like color swap everyone? But I mean, I guess if it's different
Yeah, there was,
generations,
like,
then it'll
one-
be different.
The clip I saw, there was a Red Ranger on one side, and it looked like the classic one, and there's another one that had like a sword on the other side.
Oh, okay, yeah,
There were
yeah.
two Red
Mm.
Rangers, and I was like, "Ooh!" Of course, the sword character spaced him out.
which one is the real
Of
Red
course.
Ranger? Which one
I mean-
do I shoot?
That's just like Smash Ultimate. If you've got a sword, you can space them out. It makes your matchup so much easier.
Joker has a sword.
Yeah, I know. That's what's gonna be so good
and a
about
gun.
him.
And oh yeah, I forgot. Joker has a gun.
You forgot. your
And a
favorite
stand.
character
A bunch
has
of stands.
He does have a bunch of stands.
Persona.
I am thou. Thou art I. Let's get him. Let's fight.
That's basically what they say every time.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna have fun with this.
That's pretty
thing.
cool.
This gets ran over by a tank.
so did we
Wolfpack.
Victory's mine.
did
He
we
did
get
that in Assault. In the PvP, I remember when you won with Wolf, he'd be like, "Victory is mine." He'd pull out two machine guns. And just, I'm like, "This is dumb."
do you
Anyway.
have any other news at all?
Do I
besides-
have any
besides
other
that
news?
Yeah.
Boy, do I.
Boy,
I was just
howdy.
curious because I
Ultimate
mean-
Summit is happening right now. So if you want to go watch that,
Oh, really?
do
I didn't
that.
know that.
I think Hungrybox is going to be there. Maybe he's going to be commentating at least.
That's cool.
Zero, Nairo,
Oh, so this
Sansora.
is Zero's first
Esam.
event.
This is a big boy event.
So wait, so
I think
Zero's first
Zero-
event.
I think Zero might be there. Maybe not.
I was about to say, because that's a big deal. He has not been at any events until possibly now.
because he's burned out in tournaments, and I understand that.
Yeah, I do too.
Mm.
But, like,
I mean, I'm curious to see if maybe people have stepped up enough to maybe actually combat him, you know? Because this is a very Smash 4
I don't
game.
think he's like
in a way.
hit the grind very hard. Like
Yeah.
he's not like in his. I think
He's not top where he
when
used
he
to
was
be.
in his peak in Smash 4, he was really like stretching himself out thin.
Mm.
Right.
So, but like
You don't think he's there, but you think he's still
I
pretty
don't
good.
think he cares to be there anymore, and that's perfectly fine. He goes
Yeah.
to tournaments like, I mean,
He's still going to try.
He's a
but,
really
like,
good character. He's a really good player, but like,
It was weird timing too, because like he announced like his retirement or whatever, or that he was taking a step back
Yeah.
from the tournament scene, and then they like immediately released a new one.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh,
Mm.
well, I guess I'll play."
I'm hedging my bets on Nairo. I think he's going to be
Nairo's really
He's going to
good.
be top 5 in
Mm.
Smash Ultimate this year.
I think Esam's going to be really good. He's
Esam
just had a
has
lot
potential.
of. He's had a lot of good stuff. Him and MVD.
I think Esam and EVD are like right on the brink of greatness.
I think MVD's already broken greatness. I'll be
Yeah,
honest with
he's
you.
done it a few times, but like I don't know.
I think his snake is just too good.
he's like really good, and then he'll like be inconsistent another time. Because I remember he was, but and I love MVD.
Oh, yeah,
MVD
no,
is
I'm
one
not-
of my favorite players.
No, but I'm
I
agreeing
love
with you
his snake.
thinking about it.
It's magic to watch his snake at work. I'm like,
His
dude,
snake
this
is
is so
crazy.
cool. But like, MVD, Nairo, MK Leo right now is probably the best player.
But
in the game.
guys-
MK probably is.
What about Salem though?
Who?
Salem.
Who's that?
No,
No, he's a melee player.
He's been doing years
no,
of
he's not.
research.
He's the guy who said me.
No, that
He's
was the
been doing
joke.
years of
Oh, yeah.
research
Here's
on
the
this
research
game.
on this game. Yeah. Hey, I was making the joke that he's a melee
Oh.
player because he.
I love how
uses
you were
melee.
just like, "Who?"
But did you see the comment
Nani?
that someone left on Mighty Keith's Twitter? Not Twitter, but on
No.
his YouTube. Well, let me see if I can find that because that was
All right,
actually
while
really
you find
funny.
that though, that's interesting. We talked about that last week though, but like, yeah, Ultimate Summit is happening right now. But another thing that's happening, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice.
Oh
A
gosh.
whole bunch of trailers have been released, but recently, like a ton of gameplay has been gone because there was this big conference.
Ooh.
FromSoft invited all these YouTubers to this location to play the game. They let them stream 20 minutes of it. You get to see a whole bunch of new gameplay. Like the first 5, they got to play the first 5 hours of Sekiro. Let me tell you, this game looks amazing. So, first of all, it is apparently nothing like Dark Souls in terms of combat. You do not roll in R1 spam. That is not the meta of the game. Apparently, you have to really observe your opponent and like especially the stronger ones and choose your defensive options. And it's all about affecting their posture, which you can do by parries and stuff and hitting them. But like all the Dark Souls people actually lost. They have said this is harder than any Souls game
Oh really?
that we've played.
That's
like
crazy.
none of our instincts from Souls transfers over to this. So this is actually a completely different game to them.
It's probably not harder. It's probably just
yeah,
different.
Like
Yeah,
for
they're probably
them,
just having
for them,
a hard time
one of them.
translating.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
One of them said I think he said for Souls players, different equals difficult.
mm,
So it's weird because I'm more excited at that because I'm like, oh, cool. Because I was never really into
yeah, me
the
neither.
Souls combat. I think the combat was one of the less good parts of the series, but it made it up for itself in my eyes. And like the ambiance and the deep lore, that was the things that I really liked about Dark Souls. But
Yeah.
this
Well, I mean,
seems combat
that ambiance and all that cool stuff about the game kind of gets, it's hard to take it seriously when all you do was like roll around and cut monsters on the ankles
yeah,
until they fall
slap
over.
them on the butt with your sword.
That's it. That's the game. Thank you, Dark Souls.
This one is all about it's all about knowing your defensive options against certain kinds of enemies, like and really exploring, because that's one thing that Dark Souls did well. It encouraged you to explore, and this one does
Yeah.
too. But with new verticality, especially in like the mountainous areas, as in the first 5 hours,
Mm.
it's so good.
So, breaking news thing because I was scrolling to try and find that comment.
Breaking news here at the doghouse. All right,
Anyway,
shut up.
So apparently, I had no idea about this, but apparently there is a free edition of The City of Final Fantasy NT.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
There's going to be a free edition. Basically, it's going to be kind of like I don't know if either of y'all have played.
Is it for the phone?
No,
There is one for the phone.
Yeah, I play that already. That one's really fun.
It's turn-based.
Yeah, I know. I
I was
love
like,
it.
this is what a Dissidia should have been.
It
Anyway.
should have been that. But anyways,
Why is it a fighting game?
so Dissidia Final Fantasy NT Free Edition is basically on the PS4 and on Steam. If y'all ever played Brawlhalla, it's kind of like that, where it's a rotation of characters. I think every week the rotation will change to be different
oh,
characters.
it's just League.
And you just, yeah, I guess. I don't know if that's how League does it.
Yeah, they rotate
you-
characters.
Okay,
each
yeah.
week.
Then you get to play whoever's free to play and then play online for free.
Can you buy characters though?
Yeah, I mean, but if you're gonna buy
so it's just
characters,
like
you just
League.
buy the free game. You buy the full game. So yeah,
Oh wait, so it's just actually Dissidia.
it's yeah.
Oh well, then I don't want to play it.
I mean, it sounds okay.
no,
I'll probably end up playing.
the reason I
but-
got off the Dissidia NT train is because I played it for 5 minutes. I was like, this gameplay is actually just awful.
Well, you have to learn what you're doing. And-
No,
and-
because like I watched a video and I was like, am I just not getting it? But apparently it's completely different from the old Dissidias, which were actually apparently really good.
no, they're the exact same.
No, because they have this whole crystal system and weird.
Are you talking about the summoning thing?
No,
The crystal system summoning.
no, that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, then what are you talking about? Because I've played the game. I know what I'm talking about too.
When I played it, you had to send them into a break state.
That's how the first Dissidia was. You have to break them to get their bravery and then do an HP attack. That's
Okay.
that's what Dissidia was built
Okay,
on.
Guys, come on, just
Sorry,
just
I-
fight it
my
out.
mistake. They're all bad then.
Okay,
Every
and
Dissidia
that's
game
okay.
is bad.
I was just saying that, like, if you're gonna say one of them's bad, you can say all of them are then.
Just fight, please. Get it over with. I'm tired.
Okay, so anyways, this comment, Mighty Keith said, Salem, if you don't get off that burner account, what was stated is, okay, maybe you've not been paying attention to what's been going on since 2014, but everybody playing Ultimate literally wants nothing to do with Melee at all.
Nice.
Well,
And I'm
yeah.
like, really? Ultimate was out in 2014? You don't say. Because to me, it's like, what?
Yeah, Ultimate is just a port of Smash 4.
Oh my gosh.
actually want to.
The screenshots I'm saying of Sekiro are fantastic. By
These
the way.
look really
Oh, they
good.
look really good. I'm looking at them right now.
This game looks beautiful.
That's crazy.
I like the
The
light.
reason I was saying that about the city is because I watched a video and I guess I must
Mhm.
have been mistaken, but there's like some difference that he was saying that was between the.
There may have been some.
but yeah, I don't know.
I
I've
think-
never played them, and I was like, I remember watching the old Dissidia stuff, and I was like, oh, that looks really cool. And
I think
played
the
this, and I was like,
biggest.
I don't even know what it
I'm
is.
trying to think. I think the biggest difference between the new one and the older one, they were like, there was this mechanic where basically you could like summon other characters from your game, and they would do some kind of cool move to help you out. And then in this one, it's 3 against 3 instead of 1-on-1, so the battles are less intense, kind of.
Yeah.
So.
all right.
it's
Anyway,
interesting.
I'm
It's
gonna get
okay.
back to Sekiro.
Yeah, that's sorry. I'm sorry.
Well,
I don't
like,
know what there.
You get to explore the first five hours of the game. That's what they did at this event. It had Eric's and a few other people.
Mhm.
And it was interesting because, like, depending on how much you explored, like, there were several options you could have gone. Like, I know they moved the chain ogre to a different spot, but, like, apparently you could find this bell. You do this little sub quest where you honor the last request of this soldier,
Mhm.
and this old lady gives you this bell, and if you take it back to the monastery, then you can, like, apparently delve into your memories and go back 5 years. And like you to where this estate of this young lord that you guarded is like being ransacked by thieves. So it was really interesting, and it's so different because like it looks like a Souls game aesthetically, like it has like that gritty fantasy thing, but then like it just plays so differently because you're just like I mean, there's a point where it's like Spider-Man, like you can like go like if there's enough points to latch onto route, you can just go without touching the ground,
That's crazy.
Wow, that sounds really fun.
like.
It sounds like it sounds
sounds-
like they took some of the stuff people like might not have liked about Souls, where it's like
It's really slow kind of feeling.
you don't really
sometimes.
it feels like you get stronger, but it doesn't look you don't feel stronger compared to your enemies. Where in this game, you can I guess fight back more, or you have more options.
Yeah, and Bloodborne, they kind of changed that a little bit to where you're the hunter and you are actually the one that's the most dangerous thing in the city.
Right.
Mhm.
But like in this one, you're a shinobi that's like but like it feels like you're on an even playing field because you know you're fighting samurai and stuff. But and
I
it's
think that makes
interesting.
it better.
They have a way to practice combat in this too. There's like this guy at the monastery who's this guy that he's like, I guess he's just came there like he's trying to find a way to die, but like you can just practice combat with him and he just gets right back up. He's like, I guess that didn't take. But like
it's pretty cool.
It's single player. There's no invasion in this.
Mm-hmm.
So
thank God.
Yeah, because that was the one thing that I heard was annoying about Dark Souls is that people could kind of invade your world and kill you for your stuff.
And there are different opinions on that and whether it was good, but like I'm really excited about this game. I think it's my most anticipated game of this year.
Sweet.
Barring maybe something else if I'm forgetting something.
Luigi's Mansion 3.
Or
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.
Ghost of Tsushima is also looks.
Ghost of Tsushima.
That does look good.
We haven't seen much of that, have we?
No, we just got the E3. We'll probably get more at E3. But,
that's true.
Yeah, it all looks good.
Yeah.
This game looks super gritty and dark and fun, and I'm so excited for it.
I'm excited for you.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Just the
combat. I'm sold on the combat so much because the combat looks super intricate and like really visceral, fun.
I mean, the way you were explaining how your shinobi can kind of zip around.
Yeah.
To me, it invokes almost a sense of speed, the way it sounds, and that's something that really turned me off from Dark Souls. Is I was like, I want to go faster than chunk.
This game is all about speed,
and like, I love that.
Even the combat,
like I would actually possibly play this game because it sounds like my kind. It sounds like my kind of combat.
Right.
That's why I like Spider-Man so much. Is you're going as fast as you can going through these people.
Right.
And you can have like tools. You can kind of set up a little bit, but after you set up, you just go to town and you go.
Right.
And so I love that.
It's funny because like you can't just like go in like the mob enemies. You can go in and just press R1 and like kill them because they're trash.
Yeah. they're like the big boys.
Soldiers, but like anything beyond that, like you actually have to like think about how you're going to approach it. Like even if they just have a shield,
like a Lionel.
Well, no, like not even a Lionel. Like just like the.
Well, I'm saying I kind of have to prepare for that too. Like it's a similar situation.
You have to know how you're going to combat. How you're going to go at a Lionel.
Yeah.
Like you have to like have a strategy. Like
exactly, and so it's the same with these enemies.
Yeah, but it's less like okay, I know when he's going to do this. It's more like okay, I can't just rush in headlong and just swing my sword at this guy. I have to wait because it's all about draining their posture.
Yeah.
Because if you drain their posture, they'll get staggered and you
leaves your opening.
You can get a lethal strike on them, but they can get your posture too. So it's a lot about parrying and like knowing how they're going to attack based on their movements and picking the right defensive option, like dodging, jumping, or parrying.
This does sound like a lot more almost like anime.
Yeah,
kind of like
anime.
Using your it's set in Japan.
Well, sure. I mean, yeah,
set in
you said the stagger.
Japan.
You said the stagger thing, and it's kind of funny. That makes me think of Punch Out.
I didn't want to say, but like there is some interesting stuff about the Punch Out.
It sounded like that kind of to me because I played the original.
Obviously, like
me sounded cool.
They got a stagger thing. It looks nothing like Punch Out.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying. To me, that's what it sounded like. Like that's what I can compare it to. I guess is what I should say.
There's a whole bunch of gadgets and stuff that you can use that really open up, and really, it's about how you use your It's basically about how you use all your tools at your disposal.
That's the Shinobi way in video games.
What I've learned is apparently, and your uses of your gadgets actually cost. Like they have like a cost, and like you get like these little paper things, like their currency, and like if you throw like a shuriken, it costs one of them. Using the axe to break a shield costs like 4.
You're literally throwing money at your enemies.
Yeah. You can also catch your sword on fire. Use the flame vent and catch it on fire.
That's pretty sick.
Oh my!
That's pretty cool. I like that.
I will rule this country.
There's one skill that's nice.
I don't get it.
It's a Shishio.
Shishio, yeah.
Oh wait, you told me about that. I think the dude that has the flame sword or whatever. Yeah.
Destiny will determine the fate of this country.
It's great.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so that's pretty cool though. Like that actually sounds really neat. I'm a little bit excited for this now.
I love games that like give you a scenario and then say like, okay, have at it.
Have
So
at it.
Yeah,
what are
you
your
can-
options? Use them to complete this
Yeah.
little.
I mean, obviously there are ways you can, and really, instead of Dark Souls where you kind of like just want to run by some enemies and not bother with them. I always thought that was dumb. This one really encourages you to fight these things because you get those paper slips, you get these skill orbs to upgrade. Like it really encourages you to kill everything.
That's an interesting. Like
Yeah.
if you skip by all the enemies in a place, you might not have enough
Yeah,
money to fight the boss.
yeah, and you wanna be able to do that, but like, it also like dissuades you from just charging in and just fighting. Like it wants you to like
You have to think.
consider every encounter because like you're not a tank.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get ripped apart if you just run in there.
I love
So,
Yeah.
I love freeform kind of strategy games like that.
oh, there's another thing. Like apparently you can eavesdrop on enemies, and they'll sometimes give you hints on what to do. Like there was one where this guy was like pressed R1. It was like press R1 to eavesdrop, and he was like held his hand to his ear and he was listening.
Oh my god, it's just like
And he was
the Arkham
He
radio.
was like, remember, if that chained ogre gets out of control, just just use the oil to set it on fire and we'll escape then. I really wish they would have tied that down more securely. And they were like, I was like, oh, and that basically tells you how to fight this chained ogre, and like it'll
Yeah.
tell you stuff about the map, like where stuff is. So
Oh,
like
that's so cool.
That's interesting.
it really encourages you to almost like you can go fast, but it also encourages you to explore everything and just try to like
Yeah.
go over every level with a fine tooth comb.
I kind of
Like combat goes really fast. Combat, you're encouraged to go really fast, but a lot of
Mhm.
times like you want to cover you. Like, you don't have to do that. You can go about the game any way you want, but like,
Yeah.
this game looks amazing. I'm really
sounds-
excited for it.
thinking about it, taking out the main mechanic of this game I'm comparing it to for a second, the way the exploration sounds reminds me of Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor.
I was
I
just
never
thinking
played.
that Shadow of War feels like an
Well,
unfinished game.
there's a thing
but,
where you
like,
kind of have to eavesdrop. There's a lot of exploration stuff you can do to kind of upgrade yourself.
Yeah, because this one's made by
Um,
FromSoft, not Warner Brothers.
I mean, yeah. But I
That's
think
a big difference.
I thought Shadow of War was a good game.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I had fun.
As would say, I like it.
Felt unfinished,
Yeah.
but
It
The only-
did, but I think Shadow of Mordor was a finished game, and it was really good.
I haven't played that. I want to.
That's
though.
the one before it.
I
It was
played
good.
Shadow of Mordor, and I was like, this is just Assassin's Creed and Arkham Asylum. And I was like, I've already played those two games.
but
And
it's
I turned-
really good.
I turned
so,
it off.
actually,
Yeah.
I still enjoyed it
No, it's fine if you did. Like I was the
because I
the
mean,
story
honestly,
and
that's kind of
stuff
how
was, I mean,
Spider-Man
it was
was
just-
too.
I don't know. I guess I just wasn't in the mood to play that game.
I think I would have
I
liked
mean,
it
that's
more.
probably what it is because you have to be in the right mood for those.
I think the Tolkien thing kind of made it less interesting to me. Like if it was its own thing, I probably would have been more into it.
That's understandable. Hey, look, there's the Fire Emblem Three Houses thing.
My Fire Emblem Academia.
What?
Fire Emblem Academia.
What?
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, the
it took me
intro.
a second.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the intro,
Alright,
dude.
we're
That's the
gonna
second one.
we're gonna
take a
get to our
break.
dogfight now.
You want to take a break before we
take an ad?
dog out?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Let's
we're gonna
go
take an
for
ad and we're gonna play some music. And
Take
get in our
some
dogfight fight. Dogfight is gonna be F-Zero versus Punch Out.
Which series deserves to be brought back from the graveyard?
Which series deserves the light of day?
Which series deserves to be back after either 10 years or 15 years?
Will
which
it
will-
be
which
a
will- Which will pass into the darkness, which will see the light of day again.
will it be a knockout
Probably
punch
neither
or
of
a
them.
race to the finish? You'll find out.
Find out.
That was actually pretty good.
After
I
the
like
break.
that.
Oh, okay.
It's clever.
It was ad lib. All
It's,
of it.
it's pretty clever.
Thank you.
Allison is
Well, I'm
perfect.
manager.
I mean, she'd never tell you that. She's perfect. Allison, wait. Are you texting and driving? Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Doghouse with Husky, Dingo, and Updog.
Hey there, gamer guys and gals. We got our dogfight of the day. Yeah.
It's not a wolf fight.
I don't know what an updog does. I imagine it's a wolf pretending to be a dog so we can hang out and play video games.
Fair point.
It's probably a Doberman because his ears point up.
Ooh.
Or a corgi.
So you're secretly a Doberman or a corgi. Nice.
I'm that dog in
They're a cartoon dog with like ears that have like arrow tips on the end and they point up.
Nice.
Yeah,
also wear a hat because
Awesome.
a tiny green cowboy hat.
Well, the dogfight today is going to be between these two. We've got your boy Husky representing F-Zero, and then we have your man Updog representing Punch Out.
Yeah, this battle will not be based necessarily on which game is better, but which one deserves to be brought back.
Yeah. I think we're going to have to keep this shorter. I'm saying that for my own sake, so I can give you time to talk.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Fair.
Yep. So.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, it begins now, I suppose. So it looks like Eli is still kind of reading up on some stuff.
No, I just needed to see the timeline.
Oh, okay, cool. In that case, would you care to go ahead and start your opening arguments for this week's dogfight?
Who wants to go first? Do you want to go first?
I just said he would go first.
Oh,
Did either of y'all listen to what I just said?
I wasn't
Not really.
looking at you, so
I
I
hate
didn't,
both
I didn't
of
know
you.
who you were looking at.
Eli, start.
start my opening argument.
Yes.
Okay, so the first F-Zero, it came out in 1990 for the Super NES. It was a game that simulated 3D environments. I think for one of the first times.
Yes.
It simulated a 3D environment for a racing game, and I think that kind of made it blow up a little bit. And since then, F-Zero, for a time, F-Zero became synonymous with really fast-paced racing in a super futuristic environment, and it kind of carved out its own niche. And like you had Mario Kart, and then you had F-Zero.
Mhm.
It was like a comparison between Street Fighter and Smash Brothers.
Why is it called F-Zero?
That's the name of the race.
Well, I mean,
It's the name of
It's all-
the.
it's called-
It's like the Grand Prix.
they're
almost.
hover cars,
Okay.
so there's no friction.
Yeah,
Friction Zero.
Zero.
Friction Zero. Really?
Yeah,
See, he
that's
knows
what
more
it's
about it
for.
than I do. Which is a pre. I mean, you know.
I was going to
Gotta
see
bring
what he
back-
said
It's-
since he's the one doing the argument, but yeah.
I mean,
Friction
I don't
Zero.
actually know that. I'm just guessing because they're hover cars.
No, I'm pretty sure that's actually correct.
Yeah,
It just sounds
It,
right.
That's what I've
it is
heard.
the name of the race, though, too.
It's also that. Yeah.
So I wasn't wrong. I just wasn't
No,
right.
I think it's just
Yeah,
it sounds like a
you were
play on
both
words.
Right. You were both correct.
Yeah.
So
F-Zero. I mean, I'm not sure what else to say about it. It's a really cool racing game, high impact. It had the interesting thing where all the characters have backstories
Mhm.
and just really cool aesthetics, and everybody has their own style of racing. It was like an anime racing game.
Do
Yeah,
like
that was
basically
that
is
was
a
such a
anime
cool-
racing game.
That was such a cool
the
thing.
protagonist is so cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's-
he can Falcon punch people.
it's interesting, and I think the thing that why I think it should really come back is because it's got the really cool racing, but like the characters are so cool, and you could take it in so many directions. Like in 1 minute you could be bounty hunting as Captain Falcon across the galaxy, or doing any number of things, and then you gotta get money so you can enter the F-Zero race.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
I think it's a franchise with a lot of potential that never really got its chance to shine beyond a more niche racer genre, and I think that's a shame. And so that's why I think it should really come back, because I think it has a lot of untapped potential.
Mm.
Okay.
So, and that's my opening argument. I know it's short, but you know,
Hey,
We're
there's
trying to
nothing
keep it-
wrong with that.
yeah.
It's okay to have a short opening
it's
argument.
better than my last.
Oh
one
my goodness.
Your opening argument never stopped. That was the whole
Right, so this
thing.
is part one
That
of
was
my
the whole
thesis. Part
My
one of my
thesis on
thesis.
Silent Hill.
This is Silent Hill Volume 1
yeah.
out of 16.
All right. Well, Updog, go right ahead and start up your opening argument for the Punch Out series.
Okay, so in 1983, Nintendo had a bit of a problem. They had just released Donkey Kong on the arcade, and it had done really well, but like they hadn't sold very many in the recent years, so they had too many screens, like too many monitors.
Okay.
So they decided that they would get Genyo Takeda, who was in charge of research and development at the time, to create an arcade game that could utilize 2 screens, and that's how they got Punch Out. All the characters were designed by Shigeo Miyamoto. You may have heard of him. He's kind of a big deal. Shiggy. My boy Miyamoto.
My boy Miyamoto.
The way the game works is the top screen shows like banners of both characters and their scores, and the bottom one shows their fight. The way the game plays is you're a boxer and you're fighting against other boxers. Your health decreases every time you get hit, and you gain health back every time you like get a hit. And you can do like heavier blows if you build up your KO meter by hitting your opponent without getting hit for a certain amount of time. There have been 5 Punch-Out games over the years. Each one has kind of pushed the formula a little bit farther. And I really think the tech that Nintendo is using now, like their consoles, could really utilize some of the stuff in Punch-Out. Also, I think like the narrative of the game I want to see what happens next, I guess, because there is kind of a story behind all these characters and their lives change in each game.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
the
kind of cool. How
the
they're
character,
both.
yeah, the characters in
Yeah.
Punch-Out, like now that I think about it, both these games kind of have like a really high difficulty and like really good characters. So they have some
Yeah.
similarities in a lot of ways.
I would say, because I know that there are background stories for characters in both the F-Zero franchise and also for Punch
The
Out.
next Punch
Right.
Out
So,
series
it's
is going to
very
be a
interesting.
crossover between Donkey Kong, in which he has to fight K-Rool. That's canon now.
That would, hey, I'll be honest.
It's a
I would love
platform
that.
fighter.
That'd be- I'll be honest. I think the best way they could actually no, I won't say that. I'll say that at the end. But okay, cool. Well, good opening arguments, I guess, for both of you.
No, not really.
So far, so good.
No.
Well, I mean, y'all both kind of said the same things, and so for now, it's
Yeah,
an even
and-
playing
And
field.
it's not like I don't think either of us would be mad if the other one came back.
I'd be livid.
No.
No, I
just went Mother 3. So
Yes.
Punch Out is part of the Mother series, I guess, maybe.
okay, then I'm kidding. No. But anyway,
Okay.
anyway,
You know that baby that Captain Falcon saved?
that's Luke.
Oh my god!
That was Lucas.
Oh my god!
Lucas
Oh,
is the
boy.
next Captain Falcon.
Actually, I
Oh,
would really love to
no.
see Captain Falcon as like a guest character in Punch Out. His special move you have to avoid is the Falcon Punch.
Once they've put all the
That'd be
Smash
cool.
characters, an amiibo, you could use that for an amiibo.
Oh, that'd be so
That'd be
cool.
cool.
Oh crap!
As
You could
long
also
as
do
it's-
that for racers. You can also do that for racers in F-Zero.
They really don't utilize amiibo.
They don't.
All right, let's get back to our,
like you
our
put
fight.
the Wolf Link amiibo on there, and Wolf Link's just
Yeah.
running on the track.
Dude, that'd actually be cool.
Okay.
Like if you
Captain
beat
Falcon's like,
if you beat him, you actually get him as a character.
you get he sits in the back seat.
He's a vehicle.
He's like the gunner for your ship.
No,
No,
I'm
he-
saying
he
like
just
he's
sits
the
in the back
vehicle.
seat.
You see him run, like you run as him. Because you were saying you see Wolflink like running.
What about a Crash
Actually-
Bandicoot amiibo, and he's riding the Warthog on the track?
Oh, see, that'd be cool.
I love it.
From the old
See, there's a lot of things you can do with both of them. But anyways,
Yeah,
all right.
and
So
I think. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think of what the next segment is technically. I guess it's
You want us
just
to
your
just go
argument.
over gameplay?
Well, I was saying like, since we're talking about how it could, you said something about how it could come to the Switch, and I think that's really interesting because I think the Switch it'll be really interesting in how they adapt an F-Zero game to the Switch because there's a lot of stuff you could do, especially with how the tracks kind of like become enemies or like bosses in of their own stuff, and each of them have their own quirks and stuff to avoid. And it's almost like it because I know in Punch Out you have to memorize how they operate.
It
You have
depends actually
Like
on
you ha-
Punch Out.
Well, you have to memorize how the enemies do stuff sometimes, and you have to adapt to it on the fly.
You have to learn some of their moves.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the F-Zero tracks because each of them have quirks and different abilities that you can get to. But
Mm.
you also have to worry about the other players
Right.
because you never know when they're going to knock you into a mine or something.
Mm.
And so it'd be interesting because I know they did a lot of cool stuff with Mario Kart, and I'd like to see how they could take that to the next level and maybe use the Switch's technological capabilities to really deliver that high pace to like a heart stopping action that's in F-Zero because it's almost like you're fighting you're racing against the players, but you're fighting against the track, and
Yeah, that's true.
it creates a dynamic because like and that's why I keep trying to bring up Mario Kart because that is the racing game that you associate with Nintendo.
Mm.
But the difference between that and Mario Kart, like you have to know the little quirks of
Mario-
the track, but like you more so have to watch out for what the players.
That's
are
the
throwing
thing.
at
The
you.
meta of Mario Kart is all about the items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas the meta of this is how well you know the track, how you would know your cart,
So it's like
your
about
car.
it's about like surviving on the track and knowing when to
Yeah.
knowing how to slow up your opponents, I guess.
Well, on the F-Zero.
on F-Zero.
Well, it's more like trying to avoid the obstacles that your opponents present as
As racers
moving bumper
themselves,
cars basically,
yeah.
but also
Yeah, but I mean-
knowing the track and how to optimize your vehicle. Because I assume that
How
since
to optimize the
if
race
this came to
too.
the Switch, you'd have multiple different vehicles that you could choose. I think you could have that in N64.
I know you
You
did.
did,
I know you
yeah.
did in the
So-
GameCube.
You couldn't pick you had to pick one person and you had to play their car,
Just-
if I remember right.
Just think about
But-
racing on Big Blue with Switch graphics.
Mm.
I can understand that actually.
I
But
feel like
here's a
Dun,
question I have for
dun.
you specifically.
Okay.
Because something that I've heard a lot, and I'm wondering what your stance on it is that Mario Kart is just taking the place of F-Zero because of the zero gravity gimmicks that Mario Kart has been presenting over the past 2 or 3 games.
Well, that's
How would you combat that from a Mario Kart player talking to an F-Zero player? How would you combat that and say that it's not really Mario Kart taking over F-Zero?
Listen, Mario Kart is a game about gimmicks. The best Mario Kart got was when Double Dash, and I think we
Oh
can
my
all
God,
agree
Okay,
on that.
Double
I
Dash.
think everyone can agree Double Dash.
Double
is the
Dash
best
wins the
one.
dogfight.
I think
That's it.
I think when it was like, I think
That's what needs to come back.
Yeah, I would love that. You and me would have to actually get a
Yeah.
capture card and do streams.
Like we would stream that.
but like,
Yeah.
I think that Mario Kart has reached its peak, and then the newest Mario Kart was like, yeah, it has the zero gravity gimmicks and stuff, but it's more of like a sideshow sort of thing.
It's. I don't think it'll come
Okay.
back and.
I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying that
I get what
F-Zero
you're
could
saying.
do it better. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
and cleaner. Because when I played when I played the latest Mario Kart, it was odd to say the least. And I
It's
was
not,
like,
yeah.
This zero gravity
Yeah.
thing doesn't. I don't understand why it's in the game. You could have just done. I think it's just for an aesthetic.
I
Yeah.
feel like the next Mario Kart will probably
Fair.
be like more back to basics because people will get tired of all the weird stuff
Yeah.
in this one.
Whereas, like, if you did F-Zero,
Hmm.
you could like have like multiple branching because like F-Zero is known for its crazy tracks and atmosphere.
That's true.
I
I mean,
feel-
Captain Falcon's an intergalactic bounty hunter. Like, these tracks, you could choose when to go.
Yeah.
On the anti-gravity track.
I'm listening. I promise. You reminded me of something, and so
Oh,
I'm gonna look
yeah.
that up.
I feel like with F-Zero, you actually have to be a good racer in order to
Yeah.
play, you know?
I feel like it's more in Mario Kart. It's more about obviously using the items,
It's more of a party game and less
And
of a racing game almost.
knowing the moments where to drift, because drifting is a big part of Mario
Oh my
Kart 8.
God.
Like that's like basically
Yeah,
the meta.
that's the game, is drifting.
So,
In Mario Kart Double Dash, it was more about you actually had some strategy you
yeah,
could use with
drifting
items.
was good. Like you wanted
Yeah.
to use drifting for the speed boost, but like
You could have 2 items at once and you could choose which one to use. Like, do you hit them with an item and then use a boost item to like go past them, or do you boost forward and then throw something behind you? There's a lot of different things they could do with that.
yeah,
But that's off topic.
one guy focused on racing and avoiding stuff, and like it almost required a little bit of communication too,
Right.
especially if you're
You have a gunner in co-op.
yeah. Co-op was so fun.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Uh,
I wish I had friends to play with me, but I don't have any.
I guess I think the best thing about Punch Out for me is the gameplay loop. And like, okay,
I'm a big sucker for gameplay loops.
I'm just gonna-
I'll admit it.
I'm just gonna come out and say this. A lot of people think Punch Out is just like quick time events,
yeah.
but all the models and characters actually have like hitboxes and hurt boxes. There
Right.
is no like you want to wait for your
That's what
opponents
it
to do
is.
certain moves so you can get an opening, but they're not timed perfectly.
Right.
There's a more complicated AI, so it's closer to like a fighting game.
Right.
Okay.
Also, like the way it teaches you to become a better boxer is like really good. Like in
That's
the
true.
in the
Hey,
first game,
How you if you're in the boxing ring, how you gonna fight somebody who's using magic?
Mm.
This will teach you how.
I'll teach you how.
Okay. A question for you now.
Oh boy.
I'm going to start because I've got another question for you too, so I'll get with that in a second. A question for you is, why would I get Punch Out whenever I could get other fighting games that are more detailed and have multiplayer? So, like, great example, Mortal Kombat. I could get that instead, have a fighting game experience, but it has multiplayer. Why would I choose Punch Out over those games?
I guess I kind of have to go over like how the gameplay works really
Okay.
quick, just to explain that.
That's fine.
So
Go ahead.
when you play Punch Out, you can block punches, you can dodge punches, and you can give punches. That's what you do.
Can you move your character?
Yeah, you can move them to dodge.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like just moving.
You don't
them
really
in
you don't really
general.
have to. I mean, it's
Yeah.
boxing.
This
only-
is for their clarification. I do know I've played these games before.
That would be
but
interesting if they had a punch out where you could move it.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
We're
would be
talking about
interesting.
how like whether games could come back, and I think we should
We
also
can-
focus on where games could go.
That's
But
what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
But, like,
finish this question.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to.
No, you're
override,
fine, but I
like,
agree.
So like, I'll just go back to the first Punch Out real quick.
Okay.
You fight Glass Joe. Glass Joe as a character does not have any special abilities, but he has like certain vulnerabilities, mainly his jaw. He has a weak jaw. So you
Very
learn
weak
like,
jaw.
okay, some punchers are different. The next one you fight, Piston Hurricane. He's from Cuba. They all have really cool personalities and like different things. He has a
Mhm.
special move. So that teaches you that characters have like some characters have certain quirks or abilities they'll use to hurt you.
Yeah.
And from there, it just increases in difficulty with more dangerous moves that they'll use that you have to avoid. And you have to learn to like use those moves against them. Like Bald Bull, he has the bull rush where he just leans back against the ropes and comes at you with 2 fists from across the screen. And you can, you can dodge it obviously, but if you decide to go for like a body blow, then it just does a ton of damage to him and like destroys his morale. That's another thing. Boxers have morale in this game.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, you can break their spirits and their bodies.
Wow. So it's
Uh,
a lot more like Sekiro than I thought.
It is a lot more like a boxing game more than anything else. That's the focus. I get like my favorite fighter, Pizza Pasta. He fights you, and like the way the game works is you deal damage, but you deal damage, and that gives you health. But the enemy also has the same ability, so it kind of goes back and forth for a while until you build up enough like stamina to give them a really hard punch and put them down. But Pizza Pasta, his special ability is he'll put you into a grapple, and he'll drain your stamina. So he like his strategy.
That's not legal in boxing.
Yeah, it is. You clench.
Oh, clenching.
Yeah, he'll clench you and drain your stamina. So his goal as a boxer is to make the round go as long as possible to where the player just like wants to give up or like run out of stamina. And then like in more recent games, you fight Donkey Kong. I don't know. I'm tired, but I guess what I'm saying is like characters. It feels like you're really fighting these guys, and when you win, it feels really good.
Okay.
Like you can lose, but every time you lose, you learn more about them, and you feel like you're growing as a fighter.
Okay.
So, like when you like that's the loop. You lose, but you come back and you fight even harder and stronger, I guess.
Gotcha.
And in the more recent games, they give Little Mac more special moves that he can learn than he can do, like as a fighter, just like all the other fighters. And after you beat them once, they can come back and they'll have covered their weaknesses and learned from that fight. So it's very it feels like a real boxing game.
King Hippo.
He
lashes a rock
he
to his
duck-
weak spot on his belly.
He duct tapes a manhole cover to his stomach.
I thought that was funny. I saw
Glass
that.
Joe just puts on a helmet.
Yeah, I thought that was funny too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one thing. I think F-Zero and Punch-Out really share that, and that their characters are really like one of the racers. One of the racers for F-Zero is a samurai. It's like a super sci-fi area, and this guy's just a samurai. He drives cars really fast. It's cool. Everyone's having a great time.
Yeah.
But I think that's what F-Zero and Punch-Out shares, that they have really
They're
cool
really
characters.
interesting characters.
Like yours is zany, and then mine are just like out there and wacky. Like it's like
They're like,
why do you exist in this setting?
yeah, like Punch-Out's characters, you can tell they're boxers, and like you can tell what they're from, and you can look at them and kind of tell their strategies. But with F-Zero, it's like you definitely feel like these would be the people in an intergalactic death race.
Oh yeah, exactly. I agree.
Well, if you get Bounty Hunter, you got Samurai, you
Yeah,
probably
Bounty-
got Star Fox down there. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe.
It's his dead dad reincarnated as a person.
As a human.
But yeah.
Oh, my
I think like you were saying, you wonder how they would change.
I think that
F-Zero
it
on the
has
Switch.
so much potential.
Yeah, I feel like I can tell exactly what they would do
Make a move.
with Punch Out in a like in the next entry.
Give you a skill tree. make some microtransactions.
Oh my God.
So
So,
my
like,
next.
I think
Sorry.
So can you
Just
can you more answer my question?
What was your question again?
Okay, my question was, whenever it comes to games today, I gave the example of like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. Why would I choose to play a new Punch Out over these multiplayer experiences?
Well, Punch Out has introduced multiplayer, so that's a thing
was
immediately.
it good? though?
Okay,
It was actually really fun.
Okay. I didn't
Sometimes, like
was it on the Wii?
it was on the Wii
Huh.
and the Wii U. That was like the only time matches could come down to decision, because if two really good like Punch Out players are playing, neither of them are really going to lose too much health because they're both trading blows
What
really
does it
quickly.
have? Sorry.
It's
Keep
like
going.
I was saying, it's got a lot more personality, and it doesn't feel like I'm controlling Little Mac. You know, Little Mac is fighting on the screen and I press the buttons and he does stuff. It feels like it puts you behind
Mhm.
Little Mac, like you're actually in the ring fighting.
Okay,
And I don't think anybody's arguing character. I think we all agree that it has some really cool characters.
I guess
yeah.
like
I think the thing I would be like arguing is, what would it have? And I'm just doing this for argument's sake. I'm not saying it doesn't, but
Yeah.
what would it have over a game like Arms, which is also a boxing thing? It has some interesting mechanics.
Arms is way less technical than
Okay.
I feel like with Arms, you pick the right weapons and you win. With Punch Out, if you certain characters and weapons have advantages over others.
I disagree. I think Arms is actually pretty balanced. There's
Really?
definitely some
I
characters.
haven't played Arms.
Oh, I was gonna say. Okay, have you played Arms, Eli?
No,
Okay,
I have-
me and some friends play Arms quite a bit whenever we meet up.
I was actually genuinely
Um,
asking because I'm like, should I?
so
play
Arms-
Arms?
Arms is actually really good. The arms that you pick do have, like, they each have elemental things, but there's not necessarily one that's absolutely broken, if that makes sense.
It's weird because like I haven't played it, but I watched a game like Arms, and it's like I cannot think of anything farther from Punch Out. Like really, it looks like you're just wildly swinging.
Yeah,
And
there are
Punch Out
times
is
where it
like
feels like that.
Punch Out
yeah.
is more. I guess like Punch Out isn't really about beating other people. It's
Yeah.
more about just like it's more about just fighting and like
Yeah.
boxing, and like when you win finally against a really strong opponent, like
So,
Donkey Kong,
think
a
I-
literal gorilla who
Would you-
comes down from a helicopter.
Would you agree it's more precision based then, maybe?
Definitely.
Okay.
Oh my God, both games have
I think
high
that,
difficulty and precision.
I think I think what I would compare it to, and this is a boxing analogy since we're talking about boxing games, it's like an outboxer versus an inboxer, which Punch Out is the inboxer because you're always in their face,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Arms is the outboxer because you're always trying to
Trying to reach them.
you're trying to outspace them.
Right.
So it's interesting.
I guess like if I were in charge of the next Punch Out game, like the last one for the Wii, it did something where like when Little Mac dodges, the whole camera like moves with him. So you see like a side angle of that fighter. And their eyes will track you and look as you dodge their attack. So like say like
That's so cool.
yeah, like Bald Bull like coming with a big swing and he looks at you and he sees you dodge it. First he's like, what? And then he looks at you going, he's like, oh
Oh
no.
That reminds me.
I messed up.
That reminds me of a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just imagining like a Punch Out game where like if you dodge that good, like if you dodge really well, it's almost like Little Mac changes his position in the ring, and the other fighter has to turn. So maybe they could add in more stuff with side swings and like going for
Ooh,
kidney
yeah.
punches and stuff. Also, like
It'd be, and you could also make it to where you. And I know I'm not arguing for Punch Out, but
Yeah.
this makes me think like you could also argue like where you try, like you have layers of like where you try to get in on them. Like you have the outer range. Like you take in more boxing elements. You have the outer range, you have the mid range, and you have to get in the because he's Little Mac, so he's not gonna have a lot of reach.
yeah.
You have to get on the. You have to get like right on the in-boxing range, and that's
That
where
kinda
you, that's
goes
where you
into
start
the-
doing.
Oh my
damage.
God! You
It
know
kind
what
of
else
goes
would be
into
cool?
the movement stuff that we were talking about earlier, really.
Yeah.
So,
And
That
then-
is like a big thing about boxing too, is being able to like move into a corner, get pushed into a corner. You know?
Yeah. So I think if they did like the depth levels, they could happen. But you know,
Yeah.
and I think what differs between F-Zero is like and the Punch Out. Like Punch Out, you want to change like how it works on a mechanics level. F-Zero, I would just love to explore the world of F-Zero.
mhm.
That's
Like,
another thing. Like,
There's
Would you kind of want it like Diddy Kong Racing then almost?
oh my God!
Kind of
Diddy
like
Kong
how,
Racing.
have you ever played Diddy Kong
never
Racing?
say that to me again.
I love
What?
Diddy
I'll
Kong.
punch you.
Do you not like Diddy
I'll
Kong
punch you
Racing?
out.
Do you not
Never-
like
I don't
Diddy
know.
Kong?
You said that,
Kratos!
and you made the assumption that it was like F-Zero, and I just
No, that's not what I'm
I
saying.
saw red. I was like,
No, I'm saying, okay, so the way you explained that, Diddy Kong Racing, the way that you kind of go around is you go to worlds and then you explore those worlds to find the races and then you race in them and then you fight a boss, which I mean, that wouldn't be. I
You
don't know
play
if
as
that would
Conquer
happen
every
in-
time.
You could kind of do that in F-Zero maybe because the bounty hunter aspect of that, Captain Falcon. But then after that, you would go and do
It'd be cool if like
the next planet or something like that.
I
So
don't-
would you want that or would you want, like, explain what you would want?
well, it's hard because there's so much potential in that world.
wondering,
You could try to like maybe like to get in the F-Zero. Like I'm imagining like a red line. If you guys have ever seen the anime Red Line? 'Cause that's like an F-Zero kind of race too, where it's like a really dangerous death race. But like you have to get like a buy-in. So like depending on which character you pick, maybe you have to do different actions and stuff in the universe to get like money to get in the F-Zero.
Okay.
maybe just like
or maybe like in between races or something. I don't. It's hard because like I said, and that's why I think it should be brought back because there's so much potential.
maybe
There's
just
a lot of
like
potential in
on
both,
like
yeah.
Like the sky is the limit. You can
Something-
take it anywhere.
something that Punch Out does that could kind of maybe go over to F-Zero, even just like in the core like campaign. What if like different racers have different like ways of racing? So like
Yeah,
like you're Captain Falcon, so you do whatever, but like the samurai guy, he's always like fighting to get to the lead and stuff. And like
Like
maybe
he's bumping you around and stuff.
Yeah,
He's
like-
a lot more aggressive.
like Black Falcon could be like the dark racer who stays at the back but then waits for the perfect moment to just like charge forward and get the
No.
finish line.
Blood Falcon just follows Captain Falcon and tries to kill him.
He just constantly
if you're
his car
Captain
has like a big
Falcon,
hand
you're
with
at
a mallet and he
disadvantage.
tries to
oh,
smack.
that would be cool if like in certain races like a Blood Falcon has a chance of just entering the race. Like,
Yeah.
he just falls onto the track and you're playing with Captain Falcon. You're like, ah, ah, ah.
Yeah, like, that'd be cool. I think we need.
Yeah, like I said, you can take it in so many directions. It'd be so interesting. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Falcon,
Well-
you can even like have special moves while you're racing and Falcon punch another car.
Yeah.
I'm just
Some-
saying.
I just had this thought, like something that would be really cool for Punch Out, like for a new one. Like each fighter kind of has their own special move or style, but like what if when you fight the champion, he just has like all of them? because he's fought
That would
these
be
people.
interesting.
So like he'll grapple you like pizza pasta, and he'll
Right.
do the bull rush.
All right.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into closing arguments. So
Okay.
since I had him start the
Well-
argument, I want Logan to do the first closing argument.
Okay. Well, I guess I want to see a new Punch Out because I want to see what happens to these characters. Like in the Wii one, Little Mac was in retirement for 15 years because because that's what happened in the last game. Like he went into retirement.
Okay.
Each of these characters have gotten more fleshed out throughout the games, and I want to fight them again, and I want to see how they change because that's what the game's been all about. I think the tech for the Wii is really good for. I think the
The
Switch.
good thing is we've got it live, so I think it'll be okay.
I think Switch
Yeah.
tech. I think the Switch is like a really good system for Punch Out, even if you just want to do like motion controls because they're pretty good on the Switch. You've got 2 controllers, you've got 2 fists. I think it'd work. Yeah, I just want to see more Punch Out. That's it. I'm good.
All right. Well, in that case, Husky, would you like to go ahead and
Yeah,
do your
let
closing argument?
me get over the fact that
Yeah,
I
we
forgot to-
need to just go ahead and we just need to move on.
Yeah.
From that.
Okay. So if there's a good game, bring it back. Come on.
no.
I think F-Zero, like I said, it has a lot of potential. It fills a niche that Mario Kart can't fill just because of its nature. I think that it's yeah, we got Captain Falcon in Smash, and that's what he's
Mhm.
known for, and that's really sad because F-Zero was a
It was a
pillar
racing game, yeah.
of Nintendo.
I really don't know who any of the other characters are.
Yeah, Samurai
Well, I know who
Jack.
Samurai
Yeah.
Jack is because he's an assist trophy. And I know who Blood Falcon is because he was a color swap.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that this game it would fill a hole in Nintendo that needs to be filled for a more, I don't want to say more hardcore audience, but
Yeah.
like, you know,
Kirby
kind
Air
of-
Riders.
Kind of,
Like,
yeah.
I think that and just the way that Nintendo could take it, especially if you get a really creative developer, there's just the sky is the limit with F-Zero, and it's really a shame that it went out like it did. And like I said, with the Switch's technology, you could really do some interesting stuff, especially with how each of the tracks was like their own boss. And I think if you use the Switch's technology to take that idea
Hmm.
to the next level and really expand upon that, you could have a really creative and just unique experience apart from anything else the Switch is offering. You can
Yeah.
also put mech battles in it if you want. Just saying.
Transforming hypercars is always a plus.
It'd be cool if they had a
That's fair.
track builder, like a Mario builder.
That'd be actually kind of cool. Like Mario
Actually,
Maker.
that was a thing in GX. You had custom tracks. That you
Oh,
could
that's
make.
right. You did.
Okay, but do it with the Switch and it'd be like,
The problem, like, they were good,
Mm.
but like you had to be careful because you could create an unraceable track
You can
very
create a
easily.
death
Yes,
trap.
you could. You could very
So
easily
easy.
make a death trap.
but
Okay.
my final argument, I'm just saying, how many babies have Little Mac saved? None.
Well, I mean, if you play Smash, he's saved quite a few.
What?
Because the babies that play him, babies. Tee-hee.
No, they die. They lose.
Okay, sorry. It was a bad joke. It was a bad joke. All right.
Right. You ruined my closing argument.
No, I didn't. I'm the one that's judging it.
All right.
All right,
Do we want to play a
so-
short song or like an ad?
Do we want to? I
We
mean,
got about 3 minutes.
okay. I mean,
Let
sure.
me find a.
Let's just make a short song then. Just make it a very short one.
Let's just play a
quick ad.
an ad or two.
Yeah, we'll do some ads real quick, and then
All right.
we're gonna.
Yeah, we'll be right
Yeah, we'll be back.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? Amid the chaos? Or is the best time perhaps today? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and in '09, it was me, your fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when one of my embers landed on dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back.
Hello,
After a little bit of
gamers.
deliberation. Moderator has made a decision.
All right.
This dog fight is presented by Updog and
And
Husky. I want to be honest. I keep trying to call you Bazuso in my head after what Elliot kept doing. And
I
was
know.
like, he ruined it.
Yeah,
You
it was
really
pretty
did.
awful. I think I reminded him who's boss. It's me. It's me. I'm the boss.
Well,
I'm in charge.
He's the head of state.
I am the
radio
captain.
station.
Let me go ahead and
I am the
explain some
captain.
stuff. Husky, as far as your argument goes, you did a really good job at explaining how intense the races became.
Crap, I lost.
I'm
sure.
doing this for both games. Shut your
I'm
mouth.
just joking.
Anyway, so you did a really good job at explaining how intense those races can be and how the different personalities of the racers can kind of almost come out sometimes with the races. And so I really appreciated that. And also, whenever you said, think about a high graphics Big Blue, oh my gosh, my brain just exploded. I was like, oh, that'd be great. And then my man Updog over here, you did a really good job at explaining the precision combat aspects of Punch-Out. You also did a good job at explaining character stuff, which is something that both of these games share. Both of y'all really did a great job at explaining characters. I think that's the biggest takeaway is both of these games have really great characters. Both of these games are really good, but only one of them is the one I can choose to bring back and actually play.
You can't pick Fire Emblem. It lost. Or it won, didn't it?
Yeah.
God,
We won.
why did you do that?
And actually, I'm going to pick F-Zero for this dogfight.
Oh, no.
I just, man, the way that he was
I demand a
talking about
recount.
Okay, so here's the thing. You were arguing a bit too much for Punch-Out to me, but
Me?
with the because there were just points where you were like, this is like I'm not for Punch-Out, but and then you just kind of added stuff
Well,
anyway.
I like both games.
I know, and that's fine, but at the same time, even though you didn't like the little bits and pieces of F-Zero that you explained made me just want to go and play an F-Zero style game. Which, by the way, if you're still listening, Fast RMX is a game on the Switch, and it's almost like F-Zero. It's kind of like a spiritual revival. So if you want to, you
I'm
can
going
play
home
that.
and playing that right after this.
Yeah, it's on the Switch. It's based off of Fast Racing Neo that was on the Wii U. So it's actually really cool. Check it out. But I think Punch-Out would do a good job. But as far as what most people
10
would want,
seconds.
I think F-Zero would be the creme de la creme.
All right. Well, you guys have been listening to the Doghouse. Thanks for tuning in. We're about to go off radio. We might stay a little bit longer for YouTube Live.
Well, we're not on radio. We can just kind of be chill for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
fun
boy.
story for the YouTube people. This is our first time ever doing YouTube Live. And in the craziness of us doing YouTube Live, we absolutely forgot to click the play button for us being live on radio.
I do not purport to be a professional.
And so, yeah, we're not 100% professionals. We've all kind of had a crazy week this week.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Talk about video games for 2 hours.
Yeah,
I am
was about to say.
Break.
I am definitely a professional.
And so overall, I think this is a good show. If you
I think
like-
it sucked.
Shut your mouth.
It was the
If you
worst show
like
ever.
this show, please consider subscribing to our
Hey.
channel. Also, leave a like so that way we can kind of understand. And if you have any kind of constructive criticism, if you have anything you'd like to say during the show or about the show, just comment down below, and we'll take time to read it probably. So
Yeah.
cool.
I will like to say that like I was starting to think about Punch-Out, and I was like, wow, you can make like a depth system.
Yeah.
And, like you could like
Yeah.
if you were like getting damaged, you could back out.
But like
But
There's
like,
a lot of
and I'm
cool
thinking-
stuff you can
I'm thinking
do.
about F-Zero, and I'm like, I really just like.
I
cool
still
racing
maintain
game.
that I think Punch-Out would have a better like revival game or like a new game to be brought
it's
forward.
the most recent one that did it, but like because
Yeah.
F-Zero has been gone for so long, you could go anywhere with that.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the reason too. Since Punch-Out was on the Wii, that almost crippled it because it's been since GameCube era for F-Zero.
That's true.
So in a way, it's almost like you can do a lot more to change it because it's been so long.
That's
Does
true.
that make sense?
You could just have a game about
and
Captain
it's and I
Falcon saving
liked
babies.
I liked F-Zero.
I guess
liked
it's like-
Punch-Out on GameCube though. So
I guess
not GameCube on the Wii.
I guess
So-
it was like a pick between like a clear progression of like something getting better and then like a wild card like possibility of it
Yeah.
being really good, or Kirby Air Ride 2.
Dude, if we could get Kirby Air Ride 2, that should have been what y'all. One of y'all should have commented on that and said
I
that
haven't
one.
played it.
I actually I didn't like it.
Oh my gosh, that was such a good game. Anyways, I actually have to go. I don't know if we're about to finish the Facebook Live, the YouTube Live or not, but I actually do need to head out now. So.
All right, we're gonna head out. Thanks for tuning in and listening. You guys have been a great audience. I'll post this everywhere I can. But
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in. You've been listening to the Doghouse with Husky, Dingo, and Updog.
Yeah, that's right.
Be sure to tune in next week at
2
2
on Friday.
Same time, same bat channel, same bat time. And also tune in tomorrow for Hair of the Dog. We're going to be talking about General Entertainment. I think we have a few trailers to talk about.
Ooh, I may have to check that one out.
Yeah. We might talk about the Wrath of it, the Wrath trailer. I might watch that and we can talk about that because it's more chill and we just talk about
kind of general entertainment. Yeah.
So this one it's very intense and everybody's at each other's throats and
constantly.
Next day is like
as soon as the camera goes off, I'm probably going to leap across this table and attack both of you at once.
Oh.
Okay, cool. Well then keep the camera rolling. I'm gonna head out.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
All right.
Tune in next week. Stay classy.